Hey everybody, welcome to episode 23 of the Wheels Blues podcast. How's everybody doing today?
Wheels, buddy. So good.
So much stuff
I'm
happened this
feeling
week.
amazing.
Are you feeling amazing? Yeah.
Feeling really good. I'm still riding the high from last week, man.
Are you still riding the high? Yeah.
I feel like I'm free falling.
Free falling. Yeah,
Ooh.
that was good.
Whoa.
Sorry.
Pipes on this guy.
No,
Tones
not
from
really.
Glorious Leader.
I only do Piano Man. That's all I do.
Well, that was not Piano Man. It sounded pretty good.
Piano
Not
Man.
Piano-
I think you
Piano
should
Man.
branch out the catalog.
Maybe.
Fucking
Yeah.
multi-talented, this
Yeah.
guy.
What are you feeling high about? Or free?
Just life, man.
Life.
Life in general.
yeah.
Another day above ground.
Another day above
That's
ground.
right.
That's
right.
fair.
It's always good.
Yeah.
I'm still riding the high from the show with Coz and Indigo last week.
Hell
That was
yeah.
good.
Felt like one of our top, probably 3 shows. Top
Apparently,
1
yeah,
show. I don't
yeah.
know. It was fucking awesome.
Arguably the
Best show we've ever done. It was, and the music was awesome.
The music
was great.
Really
It was
well,
great. I
really
actually
well done.
listened to the show a couple of times just to catch the songs again. And it was fantastic, man. Fuck.
You know you can get their music on Spotify. Don't be cheap.
You can't get dirt on my face on Spotify.
Oh, is that like an exclusive for us?
Some of us paid attention to Coz and Indigo.
I try not to when I hang out with Taylor. It's Taylor's fault. I tried to tune him out, man.
Busted.
Nice.
Yep.
nice.
Very. Once again, if they're listening, big thanks to Coz and Indigo and all the
Yeah,
guys.
very thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mitch.
We ran into Mitch on the way
Yeah,
here.
we did. Thanks, Mitch. Thanks, Taylor. Thanks, Golden. Thanks, Aaron, man. Fucking right on.
you.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, we ran into Mitch on the way here. He was as psyched as always.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking,
He's looking forward to the next one.
I think so. I think
I think he's looking
they're-
forward to more Pink Whitney.
I think so.
Well, yeah.
So-
He doesn't need us for that. He knows where it is now.
No,
Yeah, but
they need us for that.
It's
Well,
not
yeah,
the
that's
same.
fair.
We're the authority. You want Pink Whitney, you got to go through us.
That's true.
It's just kind of like it's not the same unless you go through
It
us.
is not the same because we're the official Pink Whitney drinkers of Jasper.
Of Jasper, yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Thanks, Paul Bissonnette for the like on our tweet.
Don't thank him. You don't. No.
Why?
They didn't. No, they're not giving us nothing.
Yeah, man, it's a like, man. Fucking thanks.
Sure. Great.
Fucking right on.
Okay.
Wow. Well, that pretty
You're-
much, he's probably
you're-
going to delete that retweet.
Probably will.
No, you
You're a real
won't.
hard ass,
No.
Yeah,
glorious
you know what?
leader.
Fuck those
Yeah,
guys.
fuck those guys. One of them is thankful. The other one's a dick.
He puts somehow he puts on like a you can't, but it's like the no fly list, but for like purchasing shit.
Like
you go to
purchasing-
buy- so you're going to buy a bottle and it's like, oh, you're on the
You're on the no Whitney list.
yeah.
The no Whitney list. Yeah,
And we're like, thanks a lot, Wheels. Fuck.
We got a bootleg. Wait, we're going to like high school kids to buy Pink Whitneys.
Get us a fix, man.
Hey kid, come here.
Here's a Pink Whitney. Like, aren't you fucking 40 years old? No, I'm 35. Fuck you.
not
That's
over.
why.
That's rude, by the way.
Fuck. It's kind of like I was gonna say we'd have to start drinking Wink Pitney, but you have to start playing the game to understand that reference. Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, it was great having them on the show.
Yeah.
They were
to
doing
them.
good.
Cheers to
Cheers.
them.
Cheers.
to them.
Hey, Coz and Indigo. Cheers, guys.
Cheers to them. Thank you.
Clink.
All right, guys. What else has been going on? You got some headlines you want to talk about?
I don't know how are you doing, Sid? We haven't seen you in a couple
Good.
weeks.
I'm at Squeed, SKWEED, and it's good to be back. Sorry I missed out on last week's show with that band. But I listened to the pod, and it was good.
Seems like you have more disdain for the band than than Seinfeld has for Newman. He's like the band. Yeah, you know what? We almost forgot you were here. We just
Yeah, I could tell.
kind of
I
used
could
to you not being around, skipping out
Yeah.
on pods.
Yeah, that's
I
what-
missed
Yeah.
you. I missed you, buddy.
I know. Well, my sultry dulcet tones.
It's true. It's true, buddy. It's true.
It's a sensual podcast.
Sure is.
Only once, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think that pod will ever get that sensual ever again.
We'll see. If people start sending in their pornographic paragraphs. We could have a little 3-minute segment.
We could get super sensual.
Okay.
Well, not always sensual, I guess, but at least overtly sexual.
A little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. Just
A little hair pulling when you don't need it.
turn on the lights a little and, get a little violent.
Light a couple
Wheels
of
Blues after hours.
Fuck.
Flogging and
Blues
dogging.
Confessions. That's kind of what that was on that episode. That was kind of like a Wheels Blues Confessions.
Yeah, with no anonymity.
Going back on that podcast, the only one that sounds and looks bad on that podcast is me. You guys sound and look fine.
But we're affiliated.
Yeah, we're
I got the
complicit.
shirt.
Yeah. We were there. We let it happen.
So people see that and they're like, "Oh, there's a he's one of them fucking weirdos."
There was like 40 minutes that would have made all of us look bad,
Well, yeah,
and
that's
you
fair.
worse.
That's
So,
probably true.
Yo, you took one for the team.
I just want to reiterate how many times I asked you if you wanted me to edit that out.
That's perfectly fine.
He's a champ.
And
And
sober, he said no. So that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Because like drunk him saying no,
yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
sober him said it, and really, I listened to it and I was like,
I think it was fucking
it,
hilarious.
it wasn't nearly as bad
It
as
was-
the rest of our conversation that
wasn't
night, so it's
It
fine.
wasn't that bad.
Like it got way worse. I'm like, oh man, I
it
don't
went
know.
dark.
I'm kind of scared to listen to this, especially because I missed the deadline to listen to it before it went up. Because I was like, fuck, maybe there's something I want out of that. But no.
Yeah, it really it turned out okay. And
Yeah, it was fine.
glorious leader. He was gloriously leading.
I'm about
There.
the podcast, man. I'm taking
Dude,
it.
he
was
There it is.
He took me on a journey.
Stepping it
He
up.
was gloriously leading us.
Stepping it up and
There,
leading,
so.
buddy. I'm the leader.
Got to give some praise there
yeah,
to the
man.
glorious leader.
But yeah, so
Praise be. All hail.
what are we talking about today? What's going on?
Well, I think we should talk about the plight of our good friend Rey Mysterio.
Oh, what are they doing to Rey
This-
Mysterio?
This guy.
Man, that guy won't sign a contract, and they're just doing
He-
horrible, awful
Wait.
things to him.
How old is he now?
So
Rey
he is
Mysterio.
44 years old, if I'm not mistaken.
You mean years young?
Sure. Well, he does look extremely young
He's
when you take
younger
the
than us.
mask
He
off.
looks younger than us.
So yeah, he's working with WWE. He's not under contract right now. He's just working for him because his kid is there. So I'm assuming that's why he's still rolling with them.
So
And
absolutely,
what-
he's trying to get.
why
Dominic
would you
in the door.
change teams mid-pandemic? It just doesn't make sense, right? Like
Can I ask you what is his kid's name?
Dominic.
Fuck.
So
It's not Rey Mysterio Jr. or
No,
like
Rey Mysterio
Raymond
the third.
Mysterio or
Ramon Mysterio.
Yeah, that's a great name.
So I guess this story kind of starts back in what 04 or 05?
Oh yeah, I totally
So
does.
Rey Mysterio has constantly been like the butt of Vince McMahon's jokes. So back as and whatever year it was, they had him
You know
and
what?
Eddie Guerrero.
We're gonna go back. It's not even that. It happened in WCW. Remember when he was friggin' like torpedoed into the bus?
Oh, by Kevin Nash.
Kevin Nash.
Big
Yeah.
sexy Kevin Nash.
In like
Big
1990.
sexy. That's right.
Yeah, in like 1997.
So yeah, they made him take his mask off, and he
Yeah.
was wrestling without it. And then he had to go to Mexico to get permission to put the mask back on.
They made him wear Tommy Hilfiger overalls.
Yeah, he looked like a LL Cool J.
Yeah, that
music
was they
video.
were like white. Fuck. Oh,
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
terrible.
Yeah.
He was in like the Filthy Animals
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and because like the luchador thing is like super serious, right?
Very,
Like,
very, very
and
very
he was
serious.
like allowed to represent luchador wrestling in
Yeah.
the WWE. And
It's
that, like,
taken so seriously that last year at one of the AEW pay-per-views, this Mexican wrestler Pentagon Jr. was wrestling the Young Bucks in America.
Yeah.
And they did a spot where they're on top of the ladder and they're grabbing for the titles. And one of the Bucks pulled Pentagon's mask off. And the crowd just booed this vociferously. Just vociferously. So even a North American crowd will take the lucha wrestling, quite seriously. So yeah, so what? So 2005, 2004, Rey Mysterio's son Dominic is introduced to the world, and his paternity is put on the line in a ladder match.
Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler alert, in case you want to go back and watch SummerSlam from 2004.
And why wouldn't you want to go watch
It's probably better than a lot of the PPV events nowadays.
This is very true. I've been going back and watching a lot of old pay-per-views. So yeah, so he's always been mistreated, misused, if you will. So yeah, so what? May was Money in the Bank.
Yep.
They threw this fucking guy off of a roof. Legit. So they had a match, and you're supposed to wrestle all through the WWE headquarters, all the way to the roof. They get to the roof, and they fucking threw Rey Mysterio off of the fucking roof.
They killed Rey Mysterio.
They killed him. He was resurrected the next Monday. So 24 hours later, he was back. I think he was on that next Raw.
Yeah, apparently he's magic.
So now he's in a...
The power of the luchador. Right?
Yeah, that's
Totally.
right.
Absolutely.
The mystery of the mask. So now he's doing an angle with Seth Rollins, and Seth Rollins injured his eye.
Seth Rollins is a sociopathic Jesus, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, so he's pretty much Jared Leto.
I was gonna say, God damn it.
Yeah, he's fucking Jared
He
Leto.
literally is Jared Leto.
He's
Yeah.
super. He came out in all white too on the pay-per-view, which really hammered it home that this guy may or may not have an island.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Got fucking Nike's robes and a bunch of Kool-Aid.
It's
Pretty
fucking
much.
weird.
Pretty much.
So they're doing this match, and this is how the ring announcer introduced the match. It was, ladies and gentlemen, this match is
Scheduled for one fall.
no, it wasn't even. It was like this match is an unsanctioned match where the only way to win is to remove your opponent's eye.
Oh, yeah.
An eye for an eye match.
I thought we were like in American wrestling, not Japanese wrestling.
No. This is this is
dude.
very.
Dude, yeah.
This is what Vince McMahon thinks they do in Japan. Probably
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they do that in Japan.
they do. DDT is fucked up. If you ever get a chance to watch some DDT, it's. You would love it. Sid would fucking dig it. I kind of wish you were here on Sunday to
Is
watch
that the
this.
Federation where like Mick Foley got mutilated? A bunch of
No.
times?
That's FMW. No, this is like they wrestle in like they have like apartment building matches and like schoolgirls are involved and shit. And it's Kenny Omega was in DDT for a while with like Kota Ibushi. So anyway,
Check it out.
Ray and Seth Rollins, and they go full tilt, and they're they're trying to shove a bamboo like a Singapore cane into the other one's eyes. Ray breaks the cane. He's trying to stab Seth. So Seth Rollins takes Rey Mysterio's head and starts jamming his eye into the corner of the steps.
Yeah.
And it's like Ray starts screaming, "I need a doctor! I need a doctor!" And Seth Rollins looks like he's seeing a fucking ghost. And then the camera goes in, and you see it was the worst. I'll put the picture on the fucking Twitter page. Rey Mysterio's eye is out.
Yeah.
And you just hear the announcer go, "It's out." And it's Ray is just like holding this clearly like a ping pong ball painted half red, like onto his face.
Fake eye. Yeah.
Seth Rollins legit starts vomiting on like the side. And I look at Wheels and I go, "What are they fucking doing to Rey Mysterio?"
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Not to mention that there was hardly any blood after he had his eye gouged.
No blood.
out. No blood.
No blood.
Yeah.
But we did get an update the next night on Raw that the optic nerve was not severed. So he's going to be A-okay, which makes me think that maybe he's coming close to signing a fucking contract with them. Sid's watching it right now.
hang on,
Nice,
I
yeah.
gotta see this.
And it was just so...
Are we going to talk about the epic swamp fight?
You can fill him in on the
The
swamp fight
swamp
because that
fight
one just
was
confused the shit out of
Swamp
me.
fight? Man, it was swamp purgatory.
Was it like akin to like hardcore Holly and fucking fighting in the swamp outside of the arena with chain link fences and sledgehammers?
But
kinda?
like produced.
It was like
Yeah,
I hear they're
like
producing a bunch
Yeah,
of
they're
stuff. now,
producing
like
shit
over
now.
like a
produced, like it's-
cinematic kind of match. It was kind of cool. The character Bray Wyatt's kind of got like mystical cult powers or whatever. So he's like a backwoods Southern cult leader.
He's a shapeshifter, too.
Apparently, according to this match, he's a
fucking shapeshifter.
Yeah, didn't that all start with that pay-per-view where the Undertaker was just like fucking murking dudes and it was all cinematic and produced? Because that guy can't even walk normal, can he?
Nope.
No,
He does a Frankenstein lumber like most wrestlers.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he's also
His
7
age.
feet tall and old, so
Yeah.
that's bound to happen.
You drop that leg, fucking.
he doesn't have
for
any-
30
Yeah, the big
years.
boot now is hitting like toddlers in the shins.
Yep.
It's not there yet. It's not there yet.
So yeah.
Yeah, so Bray Wyatt basically like he ties his opponent up to the to a chair in his like swamp purgatory garage.
Think Deliverance meets Pee Wee's Playhouse.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. So
Yes.
like they're in this like swamp place. I'm assuming it's like a swamp in fucking Florida
it's
somewhere.
Bray's dwelling.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot. It's not in Florida. It's in the swamp purgatory.
Yeah, you can't
it's
say
not.
Florida.
It's not in his fucking home because it's in his mind, man. Because there's like magic, and there was
There was magic. There was reincarnation.
Bray Wyatt like disappeared and reappeared like
Yep.
3 different times.
Yep. There was a drowning.
Bray Wyatt drowned. Braun Strowman drowned.
Yep. There was death.
Yeah. Alexa Bliss like appeared as
There
like,
were visions. I forgot totally about her.
Yeah,
And I kept seeing all pictures of her dressed up. Like, I'm like, what the fuck? What is this?
Yeah.
And then I had to rewatch the match, and I was like, oh yeah, she's fucking in the match.
Yeah, because Bray Wyatt's secretly in love with Alexa Bliss. For some
Well, who isn't?
reason. Well, yeah,
She is.
she's choice. She's
She's
great choice.
one like the
She's the short little Harley Quinn.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
yeah.
It's
You were not wrong.
Podcast.
Yeah, that's clearly a fucking ping pong ball.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely. But it was.
Yeah, screen grab that and stick that on the Twitter for sure.
So I totally
Everybody
will.
needs to see it. And then he he is vomiting. And then I like Rey Mysterio gets up and like looks like he broke like a cardboard poster board tube in half or something.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
What's odd is like they were at an angle like I don't know a couple months ago where he legit injured Rey Mysterio's eye, and
Yeah.
that looked way more bloody and violent.
Yeah.
Because like it looked like he legit shoved his fucking
Yeah.
face into the.
Well, you know Vince McMahon, he knows perfectly well how to turn gold into shit. So
So where do you
that's very
think
true.
where was Rey Mysterio hiding that ping pong ball the whole match?
I have no idea. So he had a cover over the one eye on his mask, and I was thinking to myself, maybe he just had it in there loose. But I'm sure because it was taped. It was taped, right?
Yeah, it was taped.
I'm sure the ref, even if it was live, I'm sure the ref probably had it in his pocket. And like the
palmed
camera
it.
goes to Seth, and then you
The ref palms it to him, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
You know, there's all
Because
kinds of
there's no fans, so it doesn't matter.
exactly. Yeah, it's just like the
Yeah.
NX,
Yeah.
the NXtras.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, And
The Rock's daughter. The Rock's daughter
The Rock's daughter.
is there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
So it's like you could have them like if because it's taped, you could have like, oh, he's got the chair, and then he's gonna go hit the guy in the
Yep.
back with a chair,
Yeah,
and then just
absolutely.
cut to like a 70s explosion.
Wouldn't it
And
fucking
then-
suck to be in the crowd for that kind of editing shit
Yes,
though?
because
Like,
they don't give them chairs. They don't let them
yeah, I
sit.
know. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, they
Oh,
don't
yeah,
deserve.
they
to sit.
don't actually let them sit.
No, they don't let them sit. There's no fucking chairs.
Wait, if you go to a WWE, like if you went
Well,
live-
right now you don't get to fucking.
no, I know, but like, what about?
Well, if you're on
Before.
the floor, you have to stand like any fucking
No,
show. that
no,
you pay
it's
for
no,
entrance.
no. There's seats
sit-
on the
Okay.
floor.
God, I wish I got. That was like so. It's like a share concert.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get to sit
and the
on the
beauty
floor.
of that is that at pay-per-views, what they used to do is like that front row seating was all like the steel chairs had like commemorative shit on them, so you just take the chair home with you.
Oh,
Fuck
okay.
off, really?
Yeah.
That's pretty
Dude,
sick.
there's dudes who have like walls of like chairs from
That's
like
fucking
pay-per-views
silly.
that they
Fuck,
do. Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
It
Like
is
silly
pretty
in a cool way, for
Yeah.
sure.
You gotta walk home with this fucking chair.
I wouldn't
like,
give a
where
fuck.
the
Yeah,
hell
who's
these
gonna
fucking
fuck
people-
with you?
Yeah,
The
that's
cops
That
are
son of a bitch.
cops are driving by like, what the fuck? Who ripped off all the fucking chairs?
This guy's got 8 chairs.
Like
Where
30
does he
people
go?
walking away with chairs.
Why does it say Staples Center? And this one's from the Civic Auditorium.
WrestleMania.
WrestleMania.
That Hulk Hogan bullshit. So yeah, it was. It was the wackiest.
It was fairly.
Some of the wackiest shit I've ever seen in fucking wrestling. It's
I still think it was way way. It wasn't as over the top as them killing Rey Mysterio
twice. Pretty much twice. That poor fucking guy.
or when they made Rey Mysterio's kid.
I hope he
the
saves
son
his
of
mind.
Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, they put his kid's paternity up for grabs in a ladder match.
Yeah. And
What?
and he lost. So according to wrestling canon, Dominic is actually the son of Eddie Guerrero.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 Ladies and gentlemen, this is a ladder match for the paternity of Dominic.
And he's like,
you heard.
Daddy.
Yeah. And he was all like short and fat and had like the Eminem fucking blonde hairdo, like it's really short, like right there.
Yeah, but that's probably the only thing that's not fake is that kid is just fucked up.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. He's skinny as fuck.
I feel like growing up with like someone who is in super masculine pseudo soap operas for a living and the real life behind the scenes drama of Vince McMahon thinking that real life is a fucking drama soap opera because that guy's like a literal cunt.
Good shit.
That must be true, man.
Like, you know, like these people that work in that shit come home from acting in a soap opera and then their real professional life is that fake soap opera. But like watching that Stone Cold shit that I got there, like dealing with his broken neck and dealing with Vince McMahon and Vince McMahon like pulling the fucking insurance out and being like, yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah.
Like that's a fucking childish TV show thing to do.
He's a lunatic, but he's also a fucking genius.
How do you get away with doing that kind of shit in the actual business?
Because it's wrestling.
America.
It's
It's
just
America.
so different. It's because it's wrestling.
Yeah.
You can be as
But it's still a fucking corporate entity. Like, where's the accountability?
It's pro wrestling.
Yeah, when he's
But there's contracts and
Because
health
when he-
insurance.
okay,
and,
so-
like, it's-
WWE wrestlers are actually independent contractors. They're considered independent contractors. That's how he gets around it.
were they like that in the 90s too?
They've
Like,
always been like
always
that.
been
Oh,
always been
that's
like that. Yeah.
fuck. That is
Jesse
not a contract.
Ventura.
That's so
yeah, but he's a
gross.
governor, so fuck him.
But he tried to get a union started.
He's a card-carrying Mongol.
I tell you, what we need here is a union. Oh,
That's so good.
You know, because they got all these people and they have the money.
Oh my god, can't wait.
But Hulk Hogan went to Vince McMahon and stooged him out.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan was like, brother, they're starting a union. And Vince was like, we can't. Damn it.
I'll get all my little Hulkamaniacs down here.
So fucking Jesse Ventura sued Vince McMahon, and then he won. He won like the rights to all of his shit, and that's why Vince like didn't bring him back. Like,
Makes sense.
ever.
Don't you own your character? Well, I guess you don't. Yeah.
You don't. Cody Rhodes, is like he wrestles for AEW, is not allowed to use his real last name. WWE owns that shit.
Oh my god.
Fucking own his last name.
This is why you have to have a lawyer when you sign a fucking contract and not one provided for you by the corporate fucking entity that you're gonna
And
work
WWE
for.
even let the trademark expire, and he was going to get his last name back, and then at the last minute, WWE's like, "Nah, we want to fucking."
Yeah, I'm gonna
take
stick
it.
my 15 lawyers on that little.
It was
bit
like
of
the
business.
last day of like when WWE had the option of like, I kind of want it back. And
So
they're
they
like,
did.
"Yeah,
They
I'm
just
kinda-"
spent $100,000 to fuck someone's life over a little bit more.
Correct.
Oh, that's
Correct.
obscene.
They did fire CM Punk on his wedding.
They fired CM Punk on his wedding day.
Yeah.
and then the thing he did to Booker T.
What about Triple H and his drive-through drunk wedding? I'm sure that was like.
The no test pest.
Duh.
Guy is
When he date raped Stephanie McMahon. And
Yeah, but I'm sure that was a real relationship.
How about
happening
when Triple
outside of
H-
that, but still,
How about when Triple H had sex with a corpse?
what's the
What?
that happened too.
The Katie Vick angle.
Dude, wrestling is weird.
So
Wrestling
like
is super weird.
Triple H was feuding with Kane, and one of the
So it had
things
to be a corpse.
was fucking. He's like Kane. Kane's going on. He's like, I feel great. Like I'm starting to feel great. He's the fucking big red idiot with a fucking mouth. I feel great. And Triple H's like, well, you know, someone who doesn't feel great is Katie Vick. And so apparently Kane had gotten drunk and was driving this girl home, and there was a car accident, and she died. I don't know how this works. That so many years later, now they're having the fucking funeral. Triple H goes to the funeral home. He's like all sweet talking, like, oh, Katie, like you look great. And then he gets into the coffin, has sex on camera.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I can't believe it.
spits out his water.
And then proceeds to say, I screwed your brains out. That happened on television.
Wow.
And Vince McMahon, that's good shit. You're gonna fuck a corpse. You're gonna.
I mean, like, you think like Triple H is in that meeting? Like, you
Fuck yeah, I'll do it.
What?
I'm banging your daughters, and I want control of the company, so I'm your man.
yeah,
Don't test me. Don't give me the test.
You don't
Don't
want to play
give me the
game.
steroid test.
You don't want to play the game.
No.
fuck.
So yeah, fucking wrestling is so. This is why I love it.
Oh, weird. It's so
That's
Where else can you
That's
fuck a
crazy.
corpse on
That's crazy.
broadcast
It's
television?
a
Okay, I was
Like, I
gonna
mean-
say, well, you can fuck a corpse anywhere, but
Good shit, man. Good shit. So that's what I got up to.
Okay, all right.
Past weekend.
there we go. You know what else has been going on?
You got to get in on it because
Yeah.
you fucking love those cinematic shit.
yeah, no, I still want to watch the Undertaker one that happened because that sounds like
It's pretty good.
hilarious
There's
Yeah.
and
pretty-
awesome.
pretty-
And I was always a big Undertaker fan. Like Undertaker, Stone Cold, Kane a little bit, but kind of less so. But like Undertaker and Stone Cold were always my favorite.
X-Pac, man.
That degeneration.
Fucking rights.
X-Pac, you kind of match the
The Road
X-Pac.
Dog, Jesse
That's
James.
when I was in high school. That when everybody had like their fake WWF at the time persona,
Yeah.
there was like we were all Degeneration X and
course.
a couple of guys. I'm Road
Sid-
Dog.
Sid
I'm
be Kevin
fucking.
Nash.
I'm BA
Big
Billy
sexy
Gunn and all this shit. And they were like, "Yeah, you're X-Pac. He's
Billy
short.
Gunn, you
You're
mean
short."
the Road Dog Jesse James?
Yeah. I don't know. Somebody was, and somebody was Triple H. We all had our own thing. We all wrestled. We all fake wrestled around in the gym like that.
I was always the Texas motherfucking rattlesnake, smashing beers and. Nah, he doesn't bash queers.
You weren't even fucking bald yet.
I had a piece in when I was in elementary school.
Fuck.
Just more accepting of it now.
Fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I was X-Pac. Then fucking everyone's like, "Yeah, you're short.
yeah,
He's
it makes
short."
sense.
Yeah.
He's like the only
Jerry
short
Curl.
wrestler. Yeah. He's the only short wrestler out there.
You know
You
what?
do the suck it thing a lot.
I'm doing it right now.
Yeah, it's obscene.
It is.
Probably top 5. Arguably one of the better wrestlers of all time.
Pretty acrobatic too.
X-Pac,
Isn't
fuck yeah, dude.
X-Pac.
Do you understand that he broke in when he was like 17 years old?
Yeah, I'm
He's
aware.
only like in his 30s.
it? What the fuck was his name first?
He was the 1, 2, 3 kid.
That was it. Yeah,
And
one,
then he
two,
went
three,
to,
kid.
and then he was 6.
Yeah.
And then he came back. He was X-Pac.
Yeah.
And now he's just X-Pac now. Sean Waltman.
It was
Is he still in? Is he still in the?
No, he went into the Hall of Fame.
Fuck,
Yeah,
I
But he
bet.
doesn't wrestle. He's got a
Deserving.
podcast.
Even though Degeneration X were a bunch of fucking assholes.
Because
I know money.
I remember probably the best time of my life watching wrestling was when he joined up with Kane, and they were like these fucking unlikely partners, and
What
But
the fuck?
do you remember how
they were
they
tag team.
Do you remember how the tag team disbanded?
No,
So they had the girl with them, Tori,
Oh yeah.
and she was Kane's girlfriend. And then she cheated on Kane with X-Pac, and X-Pac told the world that Kane had a burnt dick. What?
Well, he does come from parts unknown.
That was the end of the tag team.
fuck,
Yeah, he had a burnt dick.
Yep.
shit.
Oh, she doesn't want a crispy sausage
Yeah, it
sliding
was
up in
something
there or
like
what?
that. It was like,
Okay.
she knows what's going on down there, Kane.
And Kane, because I remember it was like they became tag team partners because I don't know, something like X-Pac was getting his ass kicked and Kane just showed up and or the other way around. I don't know.
Yeah, well, once DX broke up the first time, they all kind of formed weird tag teams.
Yeah. That was
Yeah, it was like the rebound.
Yeah.
No, well, I need someone to have my back. Yes,
I'm used to
feeling
having
so
a
fragile
team. Yeah.
after losing the guys. And I think, maybe Rikishi seems like be alright.
He's the guy with the big ass.
I just do they still do like a fucking manager fights? Because I remember Kane would come out and Paul Bearer would be sitting there just all fat and hey, what are you doing over there?
Damn you to hell!
They don't really have managers.
No, they don't really do managers.
That shit was
Yeah,
fucking
no.
hilarious. That and I don't know, man. I remember watching some wrestling over here and just being like, without JR and the King, their fucking commentary just was such a highlight
Yeah, it
all
was-
the time.
yeah.
In the late '90s, man, there was all those
you see that
bikini
they're
matches
doing,
happening all the
Jerry?
time, and all those the bra and panties match that they were always doing, which you probably couldn't fucking do on TV anymore.
No, you can't do that shit.
Anyway, at the time, it was fucking awesome because I always made sure when I was fucking 14 that I tuned into that shit, and
Fucking
but
Sable and shit.
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah, and I can't remember who the other ones were, but there was a bunch of really good looking women wrestlers,
They were
and
just super plastic '90s looking.
I don't know, man. They were fuck. I was 14, man.
Yeah.
That was fucking gold to me. And
Boob's a boob.
yeah, and then but I just remember one of the King or JR, one of them. I can't remember.
It would have been the King.
The
The
King.
puppies?
Yeah, he's just always puppies on. Every fucking 4 seconds, anytime there was a girl in the ring.
What was it?
He-
Val Venus had a girl that had the puppy's shirt.
Probably.
Fuck, was it Val Venus?
Venus.
Val Venus.
Man, didn't he?
The most sensual wrestler in history.
man.
Is he the one like is like "Hey girls" or something at the start?
He had the towel.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah,
And he'd like
yeah,
come and like do the sexy dance and throw off his towel.
yeah.
Here's another funny Vince McMahon just about Val Venus. They brought in this girl to be Ken Shamrock's sister, and they called her Ryan Shamrock. But the thing is that Ken and her were dating in real life, so Vince wanted to turn it into an incest angle.
Oh Christ! We need Jerry Springer.
Fuck, he really goes to the bottom of the barrel for
Dude,
his-
he wanted to do that with Stephanie and Shane.
He booked Stephanie to make out with Eric Bischoff, his own daughter,
Yeah, I know.
and his wife.
He let John Cena
You're
spank her
gonna
on TV.
suck my daughter's face.
He did
He's
let,
just got no.
Good shit.
I know it's a bad wrestling word, but he's a carny, dude. He's such a carny.
Oh, he's an absolute
Such a
carny.
carny.
They all are.
Step
not so
right up,
much-
step right up. See my son fight my daughter.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes, that's right,
okay.
ladies and gentlemen. Tonight you're gonna see feats never once performed by another human man. We're gonna have people climb a ladder to see who the father is of this young child who's going to be present the whole time.
Oh man. Yeah, that's legit.
Yep.
We should do that. We should do that like once a month. We should have like a fucking recap of some bullshit.
We should do it vaudevillian though.
We might have to work.
Come on to the big top, ladies and gentlemen, and you'll see for yourselves a true match of power.
see the 800-pound man wrestle a baby girl child, and if she loses, he will eat her. I shouldn't say that too loud. Vince will be like, that's good.
That's a great idea.
It's good. He's a really big fat guy. Why wouldn't he want to eat her? She's delicious. Look at her.
Such good shit.
Oh fuck.
You think those two-headed girls would be down for doing an episode of Raw?
I bet you he's got no
Scruples or
what's-
morals? For sure.
Oh, no.
Dude,
No
definitely
morals.
not, man. If you watch
He's-
that Dark Side of the Ring, he's an awful.
There is no.
When Owen Hart died in Kansas City, he fought to have the trial moved to New York so that when she lost, she couldn't file punitive damage charges because you can't do that in New York, and he won. So he didn't want her to benefit from the death of her husband.
That was brutal, man. There was what, like 15 minutes of blackout during that pay-per-view. And then they
There
were
was a blackout. They were talking.
Yeah, they were talking, but like the image was black. I remember watching
Yeah,
that pay-per-view,
yeah,
and
like,
it was
I-
just like you see him at the top start to come down, and then just nothing. And it was, oh my god, and you're like, what the fuck? And then 10 minutes later, they're fucking wrestling.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
there was one of the fucking greatest matches between Vince McMahon and Stone Cold that night. But like, man, how do you even continue that shit?
Because Vince has no heart.
Because I woke up this morning, I looked past that pile of empty beer cans and looked at the calendar, and I saw that today was the day I was gonna kick Vince McMahon's ass. Like, how do you come back from like your peer fucking dying?
You don't.
Yeah,
And
no
Like,
shit.
holy
you know.
shit.
No shit.
I think everyone probably was just in so much shock that they just kind of, because it was a hurried finish in the.
Yeah, I know it was cut short because like it was dark for a while, man.
'Cause I
'Cause we
would've
were
been
kids and we're
legit.
just like, what the hell happened? Is the pay-per-view
Yeah.
down? Like we were losing our shit because it was the St. Valentine's Day massacre,
I would have been legit. I'm not going out there to wrestle on his blood.
right? Like
If
legit.
that- If I'm
legit.
fired, then I'm fucking fired.
Yeah, you're an independent contractor, man. Like fucking take a walk.
At that point, I would be like, I'm going to WCW. See you
It's
later.
amazing
Yeah.
that there isn't like a union or like they don't collaborate.
He won't allow it. He won't allow
But
it.
they're independent contractors. Like he can't. What rights does he have to like make those decisions?
He's the CEO and chairman of a
He'll just
corporation.
cut their contract. He'll just release them.
I guess.
Yeah, because I'm sure it's in their contracts that if they try to do anything like that, then that's
Yeah, but
that
if
exempts them.
they all got together and they all tried to do it exactly the same time,
Yeah, that's
what the
yeah.
fuck's
then
he
they're
gonna
gonna
do?
go to NXT or fucking
Yeah, but like he's got nobody to do his fucking shit. Then,
AEW.
you know,
If
that's the whole.
it was
That's,
like if they got to that point where they all stood up at once, that's
They
a
just
total
walked off.
hypothetical.
Just
he would figure out something. He would,
maybe.
because
Yeah,
but
there are
just-
other people out there who would give their fucking right arm to work for WWE.
But just imagine all these WWE wrestlers are now in like NXT or AEW or whatever, right? And they're going in and they don't have these big showy fucking intros. They just go in, they do some fucking good old fashioned wrestling, and they fuck off. And all of a sudden, wrestling is more legitimate than fucking pugilism.
Yeah, almost.
Because, you know, you got fucking boxers coming out to hip hop with gold chains and getting carried on thrones and all that kind of garbage. They make that shit just as showy as the WWE. Imagine wrestling becoming more fucking like, you go, hey,
like
that guy's a wrestler. Respect the man.
Yeah.
like more like
He's
Stampede
not like
wrestling.
one of those fucking boxers over there. Pieces
Yeah.
of shit.
Yeah.
More like Stampede
I think it
wrestling.
would be a good thing.
Like
Yeah.
the shit you used to watch
like
on
the
fucking
the Hart family shit.
like the shit they used to watch on Channel 8. You know, like
That's awesome.
Stampede wrestling.
Yeah. Stampede wrestling.
Growing up in Ontario, we never got Stampede wrestling.
Oh,
So it's funny to hear Stampede wrestling.
That was
on
all.
Channel 8.
Fucking
That
awesome,
was all
man.
over Alberta.
Yeah, oh fuck
It's
yeah,
awesome,
it was,
man. It was like it was
Literally
good
wrestling under the big
Yeah.
the big top, man.
We had Maple Leaf Wrestling from
Sounds fucking
Of
lame as
course
shit.
it
Maple
was
Leaf.
fucking
Hey, man,
called.
I
Andre
bet it was
the
about as
Giant.
weak as your
course it
fucking
was.
hockey team.
Andre the Giant.
Of course, it was
Fucking-
called fucking.
So what? He beat like 12 midgets after drinking a keg of beer?
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. I would pay to see that.
Yeah, you would. I got nothing more.
Yeah.
I can see that.
I'd
So-
do that.
Speaking of the Maple Leafs,
Oh.
The Seattle Kraken.
we can. Yeah, you know, we can talk about that too.
Dun, dun,
I know
dun,
that you're
dun.
gonna have a pretty strong opinion here, considering you love that animal.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh,
You love those
yeah,
cephalopods.
no.
Yeah, I kind of wish the jerseys were a little cooler, but it is an S with little suction cups and a red eye. So like already, I'm kind of keen on that.
Already-
So you're a fan?
I'm a fan of the idea of that team.
Yeah. So like, if that's your team, though, is what you're saying.
It's going to be for the purposes of this podcast
Okay.
Good.
and Twitter.
We'll take it.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Take it. Should change your icon on Twitter.
Yeah, I fully expect it.
That proves you're super fan.
I need them to have an alternate jersey with an actual piece of super badass like Cthulhu art or something.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to wait a couple of years, probably.
No, I bet they're already coming up with new designs.
Are they in for next season? Is that a thing?
Probably. I don't know. It's,
Weren't they supposed to start in the 2021-2022 season?
yeah, they were,
Yeah,
but
they
the
start in
things
September.
which they probably will, because the fucking playoffs will probably still be going on in September. So, I mean,
No, they start September next year, 2021.
I don't think so. The season, no, the season's gonna start in like January, dude, and they're gonna have 82 games some fucking how.
No, but then but the
Doubleheaders.
season's gonna go from
Until
like
that
January till,
that
like,
constant first wave that America's had spreads to every it's just Canada. Fuck.
No,
That's the
they'll
thing,
find
right?
a way to ruin it for the rest of the world.
They're
too.
ruining it for us right quick, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Kraken. I don't really like the name.
Yeah, I know you don't.
I don't really like the name.
I don't
at
really
all.
like your name.
Which
I
one?
feel I made that abundantly clear on Twitter.
I don't
Your
know.
handle, your
You're-
real name, I don't even care. Your middle
all
name,
of, all of it.
your other middle name, I don't even give a fuck.
Your other middle name. So it's pretty. You hate them all universally, or
Now, yeah.
Wow.
Just because of yesterday and your
Wow.
tweet.
Just
twat,
because I said
whatever.
I didn't like the name Seattle Kraken.
You said it was fucking stupid.
It is
Yeah,
fucking
you did say
stupid.
You're
that.
fucking stupid.
It is fucking
Isn't
stupid.
that stupid?
Dude, man. Hey, you guys like the Kraken? Yeah, I'm a crackhead.
Well, they're
You know, like,
coastal. They're coastal. There's
yeah,
water.
I don't know,
There's
man.
ocean.
It's just
Hey,
it doesn't
you know what?
sound
Can't,
as.
can't they just have fun names? Can't sports be about a bit of fun?
It just doesn't sound as good as like Seattle Metropolitans.
That sounds
you know?
stupid
That
as fuck.
sounds dumb. That's
Doesn't sound dumb. And they were already called the Seattle Metropolitans. There's
No,
already
Yeah,
an
just- okay,
NHL hockey
let's
team.
go with the Fernie swastikas too. They should keep their name if they ever get a fucking. You know what? You know what? There's nothing wrong with advancement, guy.
The Aberdeen Jew beaters.
Jesus. Yeah, I don't know. I like the Mets. I like the Seattle Mets. I thought the name worked really well.
Get the Portland segregates.
Metropolitans.
Let's
What
fucking do
makes
this.
Seattle a metropolitan of the state?
It's a city.
It's a city.
No,
It's a
I
city.
know why. Like,
It's the
I know
Emerald
a
City.
It's a city.
Is that what
The
it's called?
metropolitan.
Yeah, tap your.
What about the Seattle Emeralds?
Yeah, I don't know.
better.
I don't
No,
like
you
that
don't like
either.
it either?
No, but you
I
know
like
what?
the Kraken.
I like it
I
better
don't-
than the fucking Golden Nuggets, whatever.
Yeah,
the fuck
like
that
the Golden
basketball
Knights?
team
What's
is.
wrong with the Golden
No,
Knights?
I was
The
thinking
Golden
of that
Knight sounds like a
basketball team. That's
Pornhub
the Golden-
search.
Have you been to? Oh, you haven't been to Vegas yet.
What kind of
Yeah, I
weird,
haven't.
It's
what kind
fitting.
of weird stuff do you
Okay.
do?
I don't mind like the Vegas Knights. Why do you got to throw golden in there? It just sounds like
Because it's all about the silver mines are what they're known for,
Oh, so
which
gold
is kind
makes
of funny.
sense.
Gold makes sense because it's all about that capital, man.
Okay. Well, just Vegas Knights sounds great, I think. Gold Knights is like one word too many. I don't like it.
Hey, it's
I
the
don't like
Vegas poker chips. Yeah, whatever.
You know what? Seattle Kraken, I like it better than the rumored Seattle Sockeyes.
Yeah,
The
that was,
fuck.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
So Kraken is better.
Okay. You know what they're gonna do? That's when a team they're gonna fucking plant a seed in the playoffs and then die swimming upstream to that Stanley Cup every year with the fucking Seattle.
You know what? I have to agree that the logo is pretty good. I like the S with the eye, with the red eye.
Can I say this?
I wish the numbers had the same font though.
And I even like the secondary logo, which is the anchor with the space needle on
like
top.
that.
Yeah,
One
that's
better.
pretty.
It's good. It's good design.
I like the
Their
jerseys.
alternate's got to be fucking badass though.
Yeah, I like the jerseys. I like the logo. I'm not a big fan of the name.
Can
That's
I,
it.
can
you
I
just
say
don't like
this
fucking sea creatures.
about the name? We all missed the boat. Everyone sitting at this table, everyone listening to this podcast, everybody out there who was involved in the naming missed the boat. The name of the team should have been the Seattle Chaz. Should have been the Seattle Chaz. That should have been the fucking name of the team.
Fuck! Can you imagine?
You
that?
missed the boat.
Can you imagine?
what's their logo? Just a big stop sign.
It's
in front
like
of
a
building?
fucking. It looks like the Bullet Club logo.
No, dude,
What are you talking about? Mean.
it's a fucking hashtag.
It's a fucking porta potty and a bulldozer.
It's a hashtag.
That's what it is.
Oh man.
Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be exciting to see him come in. I hope they don't fucking take a
Yeah,
good
but
player
they can't be Chaz anymore. Chaz is gone. Chaz is
I know.
Sorry.
Yeah, so it's
Not here. I'm pointing to my heart, everyone. It's not gone from here. They didn't tear down this Chaz.
That's fair, buddy.
Right?
That's fair.
I'm with him.
Yeah, no. I hope they don't take a fucking good player from the Oilers. Like fuck.
So are they gonna do like what Vegas did? They're just gonna
Yeah.
have like a whatever fantasy
or like
draft.
a lottery draw.
Yeah,
basically.
yeah.
Well, it'll be an expand. Yeah,
Yeah.
expansion. They'll pick.
You get a third-tier player from this team, and you get a
Well, you'll
second-tier
get,
player
like,
from this team.
every-
and you
every-
can pick an A
It'll
lettered character from.
It'll be like whatever. If it's similar to Vegas, you'll pick 7 forwards, 3 defensemen, and a goalie, or 8 skaters and a goalie.
Well, yeah, of course you need a team, but where do they get to pick from, and how does that work?
Well, the teams protect that from their teams. That's
So,
what
is it
every
like-
team has a choice.
Is it like just a bro down in the streets, or
Well, you walk in, you protect your players.
A la Romba, like fucking Anchorman.
Yeah, you protect your
Oh, no, I was
players.
thinking of like fucking playwrights, but okay, whatever.
You protect your players. You pick your 7-3-1 or your 8-1 or whatever, your 8-1 goalie, and then it's a free for all.
So
You can pick anybody.
Okay, well, I want this so and so for my defenseman, and they have to be like,
Well,
what?
the-
Like they
they-
get into a game of chess about it? Like
No,
how
no,
does
that's
how
it.
do you
It's done.
It's just
done.
Wait, you just get to pick?
Yep.
Yeah, they're just
Because there's a
like
protected
lottery
list. You can
tickets.
protect 7 forwards, 3 defensemen, and a goalie off your team. And there's
Sports are fucking-
there's certain criteria, and you can always talk to what happened when Vegas was expanding a
Couldn't
lot.
they just have scouts out picking players to
Yeah,
make a
but-
new up and coming team?
No, because you want to pick people for already contracts because they have to meet the minimum salary cap.
Oh, fucking sports is so bureaucratic and
So yeah, but
Yeah, isn't it all about just going out there and having a good time, trying to have the
It's
back of
about,
your
is
teammates?
this guy good for 2.8 mil over 4 years? That's how it is now. And that shit, here comes right over my head. The whole money shit. When they start saying,
I thought you liked
I like that
Moneyball. Isn't
shit.
that whole
yeah,
thing about
but
that?
is
you
he
do.
really
You're
a
monster.
4-year, $3.2 million? Like I'm lost when you say that.
I love that shit.
You
about
like
it.
that
I
shit?
like the
Yeah,
business
yeah,
side of it.
yeah,
I'm very
yeah.
interested in it. I wish I knew more
He
about it.
trades Vietnamese people for fucking players. In his
You're on that
basketball
wish.com? Is that what you're doing?
Oh fuck!
world. Well, I need a better foreman, so I'll trade you 10,000 humans for your star
That is-
player.
At the end of the day, that's what fucking NHL GMs are doing. I'll trade you this human for this human.
Yeah.
It's just a slave trade.
And then you get.
I know. I'm
us-
picturing Cartman and
Right.
Crack
So
Baby
you're saying
basketball.
you don't play you don't pay your players at all now.
I'll give you.
So how do you get away with this here, sir?
I'll give you 20 for the white and 40 for the blacks. Screw you, son. I'm going home.
Fuck, I love that show.
Which is better? Just quickly, Cartman, the racist Southern basketball owner, or Cartman, the fucking selling dead fetuses?
Carmen selling dead fetuses.
I think that
Yeah, Jeff,
Yeah,
you're
you would.
busting my balls here, man. I fucking love that.
You bet my butt. I'm getting like fucking $9.
best Cartman ever
On
was when he wanted revenge on that redheaded guy,
Scott Tenorman?
and he ground up
does
that
that
kid's
taste,
own
Scott
parents and
How's that
fed him
taste?
chili with his own parents in it.
Cheers, tastes so good, guys.
Oh, they taste so sweet. Damn it.
He's just such a fucking sadistic fuck. You know?
Radiohead shows up. Oh, I didn't think we were coming here to play for a whiny little bitch. Oh, you're gonna cry some more, baby? Gonna cry some more?
So who would you trying to stay on track?
Okay.
So who would you like to see Edmonton kind of put their like, or I guess better, who would you not mind Edmonton?
Probably
Well-
Chris Pronger, right? He still play for that team?
Yeah.
That fucking bomb still playing.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit. Like, I'm not exactly sure what the criteria is going to be, and it's going to be a lot of there's going to be a lot of you're exempt if you haven't played X amount of years in the league and all this kind of thing.
So Draisaitl is safe. So what you're saying is Draisaitl.
No, well, they'll protect him. Like, it's going to be like.
Will they, though?
Yes.
They manage that team far from how you want it managed.
Didn't he blow it on the Hart Trophy? And
Well, I don't know. Yeah, he has.
Yeah,
He's
if
been
I got
nominated.
that trophy, I'd blow all over
that's
it.
been handed out? That's been handed out yet? Okay.
The Oilers are going to have a problem where they can only protect because they have to protect 7 forwards because they have a lot of good forwards. They're going to just
They
have
have
to
plenty of
So like you can't go because you can protect more players if you go 7-3-1 than if you go 8-1 or whatever the fuck the deal is. So if they're going to go 7-3-1, that means they can only protect 3 defensemen. There's Ethan Bear, probably Oscar Clefbaum, and pick another one. Darnell Nurse, Adam Larson.
Darnell Nurse,
fucking,
hold on to him.
You know, like who's it going to be, right?
Edmonton's always like fast, light little dudes, and they need like bruiser defensemen who aren't afraid to fucking toss the gloves down and knock the motherfucker
Same
out.
problem with the Leafs. We've talked about that.
I agree.
It's like it's all fine and good that you're all fast and light and sweet, but like you can't just be all fucking fast attack and be like,
Well,
yeah, we're gonna win fucking
the
games
teams
like
that are
this.
winning
We've
the
got
cup.
no goalie.
You
and
know what?
shitty little wiener defenseman, so
You know
we're
what?
gonna win. No, you're fucking not.
Darnell Nurse isn't as ornery as he used to be.
No, he's probably in a relationship.
That sucks, too. 'Cause
I
I
know.
was just getting into him
Yeah.
when all this bullshit started
Yeah.
happening.
Yeah, and then he got into somebody, and now he doesn't care.
Well,
about
I don't know what if the Oilers were like, you know, like because that can happen, right?
Change a man.
No, what that can happen is like your team can tell you like we don't want you, we don't want you fighting like that, we don't want you doing this kind of shit because we want you doing this instead. You're more valuable. I don't know if that happened, but he used to throw down all the time.
Yeah, I
And
know.
he's-
I was like,
he's-
fucking. I remember watching games with you, being like, finally, they've got a fucking guy who's not afraid to throw down. He's a tough defenseman, which they've never had. Like, I don't even watch sports, but like, seriously,
he still
need some
does.
bruisers.
He still does from time to time, but it's not like when he was first breaking into the league, the guy was like cutting his teeth, just beating the shit out
Yeah,
of
man. A little bit of a dirty hit on your fucking winger, you go after that motherfucker the next time the puck drops.
Is he the guy where he got into a fight and you showed me the video where his dad is like in the
Yeah, his dad's in the stands, fucking like, get him, boy. That's my boy. Yeah, that's right. They're a left hook. There you go. Yeah, that's
like,
it. Yeah,
hockey's been going away for
Yeah.
that, and I like a lot of the things they do, like hitting from behind. That boarding and shit like that should be fucking out of it.
Yeah, but
I
if-
thought you were gonna say like I like
fucking-
boarding. Boarding.
Let fucking dudes punch each other in the face.
You're
Like,
right.
it's-
You're right because the league doesn't fucking stop that shit. And they don't do enough to stop that shit. So, and the league would rather stop the guy standing up to the guy who boarded his teammate
yeah.
than actually stop the boarding. It's so fucking backwards, the NHL.
Yeah, but that's the way the fucking system works anyway.
Like, they're like-
we're gonna that happened, and we you know, but like, you know, if you retaliate, you're the bad guy. And it's like, wait the fuck up.
It's bass backwards, man. Like, if you're the guy that's getting fucking elbowed to the head and then the teammate comes
and your
fucking
boy
kicks him.
comes and fucking hits him in the face.
Yeah, like so, but that guy gets suspended. The other guy gets off scot free because the NHL doesn't actually care about preventing injuries.
And there are
they
fucking dirty
care about
hits.
their image.
And there are dirty players.
They
And
care
they're-
about
they're-
their
they're-
brand.
Yeah, that's it. That's all they give a fuck about.
Goddamn word. I hate it.
Like,
So,
I
but-
understand why they
Oh,
don't
we
have
gotta
like.
pick the brand.
I understand
Yeah,
why
yeah.
they don't like have a lot of Ron Hextalls anymore because that's all fine and
Because you
good.
can't hack in the shins from the fucking goal crease anymore.
But like, you know, sports aren't fucking gentle. You want a gentle sport? Fucking soccer.
I agree mostly to an extent,
know?
except we know a lot more about head injuries now.
Yeah.
We know a lot more
Football's
about
still a
that.
fucking thing.
But it's like, don't.
Yeah, but-
so
Yeah, but don't sign a contract for $6 million a
why
year.
would you
and
become
get
a
rid of
boxer?
Brandon.
You know what I mean? Like why would anyone still box?
Yeah, but
You
there's
know?
there's no reason
because
you
you
can't
want to be the best you can
protected.
fucking be in what you love doing.
I mean, I'm not advocating for fucking boring.
No, I am.
Although
I'm keen
Sidney
on not
Crosby
having-
did get what he deserved twice.
You know, nobody deserves to get boarded. If you lay a dirty hit, you should just square up with the for all the shit I give Matt Kachuk for being a fucking cheap piece of shit, fucking coward. At the end of the day, he fucking was like, all right, I got enough shit from probably every veteran in that Calgary locker room was like, you're being a chicken shit piece of shit. Stand up for yourself, you pussy. That's how this is going to work. You're going to fucking lay that shit. We're not coming to your aid. So it's up to you. And he did. So, I mean,
shit, dog. I got a dip.
that's it for you.
No, I'll be back, but like people are here. I gotta go. Hey,
are
I love
here.
you guys, and peace out, friends. I'm at Squeed SKW Triple ED, and yeah, I'll not be here next week either.
Wow.
All right.
News.
Hang on.
Oh yeah, so we had to take a break here for a few minutes because we had a couple super fans and we hadn't seen them actually in a long time. So they were finally back and we got to see them. So we took a break and yeah, they're really big super fans of us and we will probably hear more about them in the future.
I don't think that's a good enough excuse.
Of us stopping.
That was rude.
You stopped too.
Rude.
You stopped.
And I know that they're both listening to this right now.
They are.
So I'm pointing my fingers at you.
Why is it
You know
my
what?
fault?
You know what?
Because
You know-
I'm a professional. That's
What really?
You know what?
Really, we're throwing.
I have a microphone.
You know what we should do right now because I know what they're doing while they listen to this.
They're drinking.
They're cooking dinner.
They are cooking dinner.
So
They listen to this while they're eating dinner.
Well, either way, hopefully it's.
what are they?
in the
What are
news.
they? Okay, let's just say what are they cooking / eating for dinner tonight? What's my guess? Steak and potatoes. It's a good old classic. You can't go wrong.
You can't go wrong. with
Bianca's
steak
making
potatoes.
some healthy vegan keto shit.
No kidding.
Yeah,
Keto.
guaranteed.
That's
Guaranteed.
keto.
It's
like a no carbs,
it's
zero
no carb
carbs.
diet, yeah.
Fucking zero.
Bianca's all about the healthy food, man. She's really good about
Okay.
that for sure.
I love 4 things in this order:
Carbs is one.
carbs,
Okay.
gluten,
Fuck.
my son, and Katie.
Wow, you love gluten
Wait.
more than you. Man,
Why is gluten higher than Tommy's?
it's so good.
Because gluten fills a void.
So good.
I love my son very much. I love my son more than gluten. Not as much as carbs, but more than gluten.
Okay.
All right, we'll move him
That's
up.
Okay,
fair, that's fair.
Daniels, what's your guess? What they're cooking for dinner?
So I guess if they're doing healthy, maybe a quinoa.
No, it's fucking
Bianca hates quinoa.
She has quinoa.
Quinoa.
Maybe a lentil soup.
kale.
Kale.
It's
Maybe.
just fucking
It might be-
healthy
I can't
buzzwords.
I can't even
It's
say
fucking
that word.
kombucha.
She is also Italian, like Australian Italian, so she does a lot of pastas, but she does like to use butternut squash a lot with
Okay.
her pastas. It's very tasty.
So I'm sticking with steak and potatoes because I can't go back on it now.
That's just because that's what you eat all the time.
Fuck, it's so good. Why the fuck wouldn't you eat steak potatoes? It's
Because
delicious.
there's other food to eat, you chump.
Oh,
Katie loves steak so much that we were eating it at such a pace that there was one time when she asked me, she's like, do you want to steak for dinner? And I literally was like, I'm just gonna get hot dogs. It
man,
became-
steak is so good.
Steak is good.
I like steak.
Steak is
I
You got to
can't-
get a
I
good steak though. Like
Yeah.
you can't get a piece of shit
can't
fucking
eat
steak.
every day, man.
Like you
It's
can't
so
go down to
hard.
Super A and get the fucking $9 steak. It's just not good enough anymore. If you're gonna get a $9 steak, what the fuck are you doing? Just put it down and get the fucking $18 steak because you're gonna get steak
And it also
one time.
depends how you make the steak.
Well, you're gonna cook it like you cook every other steak.
Well, no, because how I make steak might be not how everyone else makes steak.
How do you make steak?
I like my steak medium rare because I'm not a monster.
That sounds delicious.
I know.
Sounds
I know,
delicious.
I know.
Who's the monster? Who is the
Oh,
monster?
oh, how do
The
you like-
rare?
how
How
do
do
you-
I like it?
how do
You
you
want to know?
like-
You want to know what I do when I'm going out to eat a steak back
Yeah.
in the outside
you
time?
put ketchup on it too.
If no, I
HP
no. So
sauce?
I do not put sauce. Well, I do use horseradish.
Okay.
But
yeah.
I call up the restaurant 2 weeks in advance.
Do you?
And I say I'm coming to get a piece of steak.
Yeah.
In 2 weeks, I would like you to put the steak on now. So when I get there in 2 weeks, it will be to my liking.
So like shoe leather?
Boot leather, baby.
Seriously?
So not
Why
like
would you
burnt,
do
but
that?
because I can't do the chewy.
Okay. So if you come to my house
But
for a
it's the
steak, I better
fucking
cook that
shoe.
fucker to
You better be
all
cooking
shit.
it. You better be cooking it well before I get there.
Yeah, but
Like-
it says fucking shoe then.
Katie loves cooking steak for me because even if she fucks it up, it's still perfect.
Oh man, I just don't know, man.
I can't do the blood. I don't like the taste of blood.
Okay. It's not blood though. It's something else. There's another term for it.
Well, whatever. It's that irony taste.
Okay.
I don't like it.
Okay.
I just
You
don't
like
Well,
that
you know,
charred, burned house taste?
not charred and burnt, but I like a well done.
Okay, but what about like medium well with like a little bit of pink in the middle?
If there's a little bit of pink in there, you'll probably see like I'll leave like there'll be like a little
Oh, really?
chunk left over of like the absolute middle.
Okay.
I'm sure like Katie and you are awesome cooks, but you need to go to my father's restaurant and let him make you a steak.
I think
no,
if,
Katie keeps saying that. She's like, "Oh, well, you've never had a really good steak," and I'm like, "Really? I've been alive for 37 years. You're telling me in 37 years I've never had a decent cut of meat?"
That's entirely possible. So do you like lamb?
I do like lamb.
And so you've had good lamb. I know many people that have had lamb numerous times and they hate lamb. But
Really?
as soon as they try my father's lamb, they love lamb.
I like lamb. I like goat,
Goat is delicious.
but when it's cooked thoroughly,
yeah. Okay.
you know.
to each their own here. I'm gonna have to just heartily disagree with you. But
I
I
know
mean,
I'm the minority.
yeah, yeah,
I'm aware
yeah,
of the
yeah.
minority.
But I
I'm
mean,
really surprised you like the rare steak. I'm surprised by that.
you mean
you know,
well?
because our fucking
well, yeah, sorry,
weirdo fucking other talent here, the fucking weirdo who left, will be like, yeah, just bear like,
Breathe on it a little bit.
yeah, he'll be like, just give it like some room temperature heat and then give it to me.
That's like Katie's mom, God bless her. But when we would go there for dinner and she would make like a roast or something, she would she would cook the roast, and then what was going to be for me, she'd have to fry in the fucking pan.
Okay, yeah.
And Katie does that now too. when she makes like a roast or something, and then some of mine has to go in the pan because I will not.
Is that all meat or just beef that you
Well, like what other beef are you gonna eat? Fucking medium rare.
No, like there's other meats like
like I wouldn't
Yeah,
eat
but-
a hamburger medium.
No, like you could if you ground your own beef.
Right? Sure. Yeah.
Like if you took a fucking good ribeye, you could eat that hamburger medium, and you
Okay.
ground it. You could eat
Yeah,
that medium
yeah, for
rare.
sure.
you know, but
Yeah, yeah.
so how do you like your lamb? You like your lamb a little bit charred too?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I like my lamb charred. I don't like. I wouldn't eat lamb. I don't know.
Cooked
Like
through.
yeah, I would. You know what? I don't know. I don't know. Actually, the last time I had lamb, I'm pretty sure it was cooked through, and I had some mint jelly on it, and it was fucking delicious.
Sure, it was delicious.
I don't think I've eaten some medium rare lamb.
Fair.
Pork, I like to. Pork, I'll eat if there's a slight tinge of pink. I'll still eat it, but I would prefer that to be
Yeah.
all white
Yeah.
meat.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I prefer my pork and my chicken to be well cooked.
Well,
Oh,
chicken
yeah,
has to be like
yeah,
pork.
you have to
Pork
do
is
that.
a little bit more lenient.
A little bit, not much, but
You can be a little bit more
yeah.
lenient on that. Like, but chicken, that fucker, like there's like chicken can be cooked and it can be like a little bit chewy, like a little bit funny texture. But I mean, pork, like you can leave that slightly pink and
I
it'll be
fucking
okay.
hate cooking chicken at work because there's such a fine line between
Yeah.
what's not done to it's done to it's fucked.
Yeah, there
absolutely.
really is.
It's like 5 seconds where you have to get that shit
Yeah,
off.
even like
fucking
because what you get at North Face too is like it's a chicken patty. It's good for a burger. It's good for like chicken fingers. It's good for all that kind of thing. And it's it's like a 3/4 of an inch thick. So like it's not like a regular like you cook a chicken breast from Super A. It's like fucking 3/4 of an inch thick on this side. It's like 1.5 inches thick on the other side. And no matter what the fuck you do, you fucked it.
Yeah.
Unless you smash that fucker with a hammer.
Yeah, no, chicken is definitely the hardest of all the meats to prepare.
Yeah.
I think.
I think because you got leeway with beef. You got a little bit, smaller
yeah.
amount of leeway with pork.
Yeah.
And with hot dogs, just fucking throw those on there till you can smell them, and you're like, that's good shit.
Yeah. Till they start to swell.
Yeah, and they get. You know what? Daniel's those fucking hot dogs at your party I was like, fuck, what were those? They were so fucking good.
have
They were
hot dogs.
so good, man. Those hot dogs, and you're like,
good, yeah.
I just bought those fuckers from Super A.
Yeah, the
So
cheap shit. Man.
Yeah, so after the party, I was just like, fucking, my stomach hurts a little bit, but that always hurts a little bit. I go to buy those hot dogs. I'm like, I'm gonna eat these fucking. They're so good. And Inga's like, did you read the ingredients? And I'm like, no, what the fuck? They're fucking hot dogs.
Yeah.
And she's like, the fucking third ingredient is enriched wheat flour.
Oh yeah, it's fucking lips and ass.
Yeah, I'm like, shit. I just fucking got gluten as fuck. No wonder.
Did you end up buying them?
Yeah, I bought them and brought them home. And she was like, those fuckers have so much gluten, it's not even funny. And I was like,
My elbow's gonna be red tonight.
fuck, I'm gonna have a lot of fucking stomach pain tonight, boys. It's
So if I can give you a small tip, if you're gonna have one of those like just like by yourself, whatever, boil it for a few minutes and plump it up, then put it on the grill.
I'm not gonna. I will eat. I will eat different ones because I can't eat those ones.
Is that why you buy the top dogs?
Well, no, I was like, these top dogs aren't very good. Those ones I had at your party were fucking really good.
They don't plump.
Yeah,
They
like
don't
the
plump
ones,
enough.
man, they were like the ones you were like, you want one of these sausages? I was like, yeah, I'll have that sausage, Daniels. And you fucking hucked that fucker on my plate from the barbecue. I threw some mustard on it. Fuck, it was so good. And then, yeah, I found out it was loaded with gluten. And like right after the party too, I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, well, there's nothing I ate that was gluten. It just must be one of them weird things that my stomach hurts for no reason. Yeah, turned out you gluten me, buddy.
Y'all got gluten.
That's a fucking verb now. Worth it. Worth it. It was
But
so
yeah,
good.
no, meats. I've always been that way. I've always been fucking, the sole of a shoe.
Okay then.
Fuck yeah. So
Good thing Sid's not here. He'd throw his headphones down again.
oh fuck.
He'd be like, I'm fucking out of this pod.
I hate that, and I hate that attitude because I see it all the time. I see all the posts on Facebook and all that from like my friends who are cooks, and it's like, oh, anything but rare and or medium rare and you're a fucking weirdo and it's blasphemy. Who the fuck is paying for that fucking meal? I'm paying for that meal, right?
So it's your prerogative.
So if the cook has a fucking problem with it, then he can pay for my meal and cook the steak the way he would like it cooked. But he's got to pay for the
And you'll eat the fucking edges away from
and
the
I will
bone.
eat the fat and then fucking be on my merry way.
So
fuck.
speaking of weird things that Eric likes,
Besides boot leather meat.
besides boot leather meat, how the fuck can you watch Big Brother?
Because it's fantastic.
Oh, fuck. I was just
Why?
going to say,
What in the fuck? Explain to our audience that respects us. Well, not now because you watch Big Brother.
I think my brother's into Big Brother.
Oh my
I think
god.
hey, wait. Is your big
Don't
brother
throw-
into Big Brother?
I think he is. I think my big brother is into Big Brother.
Yeah,
I think I'm pretty
that's
sure he
true.
is.
One, you were just thrown under the bus hard. You need to confirm.
Fact check.
If you fact check like Big Brother, because I feel like you're a little bit classier than that, but I could be wrong. So tell
great
tell
show.
us.
Okay.
No, it's not. No,
Simple.
it's not.
I stumbled upon it. It would have been way before I moved out here. And there's a show where you move these people into a fucking house, and then they just do dumb shit. And I think the prize is like $250,000. I don't think it was like a full million. And it was just like, so at first that was the allure of like just seeing people going on TV and exploiting themselves for minimal amounts of money, especially after taxes.
Yeah.
And then you watch season after season after season, and before you know it, it's like now I'm retweeting CBS in excitement.
I can kind of get where you're coming from.
What?
Not because I like Big Brother, because I don't. But
What dirty reality show do you like?
Hell's Kitchen.
That's a great show.
Man, I love that show.
Same deal. Same
See?
deal.
Yeah, except like I don't know. I love watching all the food,
No.
and I because I get like all these ideas too, and I watch. I'm like, fuck, that looks really good. I love to eat that. And one of my dreams is to actually like go to a Hell's Kitchen, even though I heard it's shit. Because there's just fucking Ramsay yelling. That's basically all I want to do is go to the table, wait for food for 2.5 hours, never get it, and then leave. While Ramsay yells the entire time,
Yeah.
So you just want to go there and not eat, pay like probably.
Well,
$200
I'll eat before
and
I
then
go.
Get yelled at.
You
Yeah.
order the fucking risotto, and then whoever you're there with, they order the fucking scallops.
Yeah, and then
it never shows
you
up.
order the beef Wellington, and somebody else orders the fucking whatever the fuck's like salmon or some shit
Yep.
that fucking gets burned constantly.
Ramsey calls somebody an idiot sandwich.
Oh fuck, I'd be right in there. I'd be like with my eyes wide, with my hands on my hips, just fucking waiting for it. I'd be like, I hope they fucking burn my risotto. This is gonna be great. I hope it sucks. And then they fucking burn the fuck out of it. And I'd be like, ah, yes.
You hear that? Our shit got fucked
Yeah,
up.
fuck yeah. And then, or if it showed up and it was delicious, I'd be like, that's fucking disappointing. You know?
Like, I know, right? Like, everything's perfect, and you're like, oh, what the fuck?
This is fucking good.
I would just go throw, like, a napkin at Ramsey. And
Yeah,
like,
but
throw
what the
me
fuck,
out.
man? My food was delicious. He'd be like, yeah, this is what you came for, right? And I'm like, no.
No, I came to
Didn't-
hear you call someone a lie me cunt.
Yeah, I wanted to hear some shit, man. Fuck.
I wanted this night to get derogatory.
Dude, that the waiting list for that is like
I imagine
years
it's insane.
long. Yeah, like there's no way. There's no way. Maybe like 10 years ago, no problem. Now, no fucking
Because you'd be
way.
going, like, now, but then you would have been fucked by COVID.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
That would have been my luck, is like, I would have got on the way, hey, guys, I'm on the Hell's Kitchen waiting list. And then it's like, oh, yeah, I'm supposed to go in April. And then it's like, no, you're not going.
Yeah, dude. You know what? Can I just say what I'm most disappointed about? I love the band called The Darkness. I fucking love that band.
I like the darkness.
I love The Darkness, man. They're rad as fuck.
Who's the
You don't
I believe in a thing called love.
Okay, yes.
Oh fuck! That whole they have like 5 albums. They're all fucking solid
have
gold.
5 albums?
Yeah, they have, and it's all solid gold. They even have a song called "How They Keep Shitting Out Solid Gold."
So is that your well done steak? Is the
Ah,
fucking
yeah,
darkness?
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I love The Darkness.
Or your big brother, I guess.
Yeah. I love The Darkness. And they would be so good live. And I had so for forever. I'm just like, fuck, they're never gonna come to Canada. There's no way. Like if they do, they're gonna go to Vancouver and Montreal, and there's no way I can get to see these guys.
Yeah.
So I'm in Edmonton. I'm hanging with my cousin, and he goes to all these he's living in Spruce Grove, Edmonton, his whole life. He goes to all these fucking concerts. And I'm like, man, if you ever see The Darkness, just like I know it's never gonna fucking happen. Like it's never gonna happen. If you ever see it, let me know. I'll pay any money. Just name your price. I'll fucking pay it to come see that show. And so will like every plumber I work with. We all fucking love The Darkness.
Is this like a plumber thing?
This
Oh
is like in
fuck!
the plumbers
We
union.
all love it. So I'm like at work. Like that was like a Saturday. I'm in Spruce Grove. I'm like, if you ever see it, Monday at like 10 a.m. I'm at work. I'm like fucking fixing a furnace, and it's like bling, bling, little text, and I just fucking like fuck. And I look at the text, and it's like, dude, The Darkness is coming to Edmonton in April at the Union Hall, and I'm like, what the fuck? I just told you this like 2 days ago.
That's weird.
And I've been talking about wanting to go to see a Darkness, and like it's never gonna happen. And lo and behold, there's the show.
Ask and you shall receive, man.
So I fucking immediately buy like 8 tickets to this fucking show. And I
tickets?
yeah, like within a minute.
Bring in the family.
Within a minute, I've got tickets for every plumber in fucking town, and then I've also got like an Airbnb booked on White Ave. Like within the day, I've got this already done, and I'm like, does anybody else want to go? Because I booked tickets for us all, and everybody is like, fuck yeah. So all this shit goes down, and I'm like, it's getting closer, and like me and Wheels and Sid, we're supposed to go to a hockey game.
No.
Like the week before we're supposed to go.
This happened. They were supposed to come this April.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we're gonna go to the hockey game. It gets shut down, and then like after the hockey game was shut down, I'm like, I bet you The Darkness is gonna get shut down too. And I get an email. We're so sorry. And I was waiting my fucking whole life to go see this band. And they're probably never gonna come back.
That's probably it.
You know, like that was my chance to see this band live, and not only see them live, but see them at the Union Hall, not fucking Rogers Place. Like in a
Union Hall is a great little fucking
Is that
venue.
like an intimate little venue? Yeah.
It's I mean it's not small, but it's like it's
Smaller
not. I
than,
mean,
like, a
there's the
stadium.
Rogers.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you're not at a fucking bar. You're
do you know Massey Hall? Do you know Massey Hall in
yeah,
Toronto?
yeah,
So
yeah.
like picture that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Big, but
But not like.
Yeah.
This is gonna be the best show. We're gonna go back to this Airbnb on White Ave, or like walk down White Ave for a while, and then like go like a block from White Ave and stay. I rented this Airbnb with like 8 fucking bedrooms for us all. Like we were all gonna pay for it. It was
a shit ton of money on this too. Like you did
no, I got it all back.
Okay.
I got
like
it all
this.
back.
That's good.
Not like the Rage Against the Machine fans. I don't think they got their money
Like
back.
the darkness pay me. The fucking Airbnb was like, I completely understand. And at the same, like I canceled that Airbnb and then I immediately canceled the fucking Oilers B&B that I had like with like the wheelchair access.
I'm
and
low
stuff.
key glad that happened because I wasn't invited. So I was like, "Oh, you're fucking little stupid, fucking,
Stupid shit.
your little
Dicks.
ball hockey thing. God,
Fucking ice hockey.
They playing rollerball or roller
Oh,
jam,
fuck.
whatever the lingerie football.
Next time,
Fuck.
next time, Daddy Warbox buys me hockey tickets, I'll make sure he includes you.
You know what? I don't want to go now.
You know what?
Wow, whoa.
You know what? Actually, you only got 50% of your birthday present, Wheels.
What was? Oh yeah. Well, it was. Yeah, but it
So
was like,
technically-
I liked it.
Technically,
You're owed.
you're owed.
I'm
You're owed.
You know, I'm owed every day I wake up, buddy.
Oh, fuck. That's why you're the glorious leader.
not for that. Just like, you know, in general, I'm kind of owed.
Shit.
Kind of owed.
Shit.
Somebody needs to cash some checks. I don't know who yet, but somebody needs to cash some checks.
Well, speaking of hockey, that shit's coming back. That
Hey, did you
fucking
see that cool ass? Well, I don't know if it's cool. Cool might not be the right, but the Edmonton bubble or whatever.
shit? Yeah, I kind of.
Dude,
I
they
looked
have
at that
so
a
much
bit.
Fucking things in there. There's like coffee shops and movie theaters.
Of course.
Yeah, but they're not
of
going to
course.
be allowed to go.
No, that they're allowed to go to all
Yeah,
that
they're allowed
shit.
to go
Are
to
they
all-
really?
yeah.
like-
So it's like a
It's like a bump.
vicinity.
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
it's like you're allowed. There's
Really?
like 8 movie theaters, fucking 14 bars, like
What?
all
I
this
thought
shit.
It was just like you're in the hotel,
No.
and then you go to the
Yeah.
car in the underground parking.
No.
You go to the arena.
No.
Really?
The arena and everything is self-contained with the hotels and all the
Yeah.
bars and everything. No one's allowed in. No one's allowed out. You have to think of this.
Yeah,
You-
but
What do you mean? No one's allowed in. No one's allowed out.
Well, as far as
So if I live in that,
you're not allowed in.
wow, really?
Yeah, you're not allowed in.
Yeah, but
So
what about all the people that work at these fucking venues?
I'm not sure exactly what's
That's
going on with that.
kinda bullshit.
So, like, kind of the thing is the Oilers Entertainment Group sent out a big thing to all the restaurants around, and they said we want you to be exclusive to the NHL players, and nobody, and closed every other minute of the day except for when they're there. And then other than that, no one's allowed in, and you don't allow anyone else in. And like all of Edmonton was like, "Fuck you, we're gonna just host the playoffs, and none of you guys." And a lot of people are going to come down, which is also kind of bullshit because they want to pack a bunch of people in to watch playoffs.
They do. Yeah.
And then did you hear the OEG also wanted to do a drive-in fucking beer gardens? What the fuck were they thinking?
What?
Yeah, they want to do a drive-in beer gardens with a big fucking screen watching for playoff viewing.
This fucking.
And you're like, what? Okay, review what the fuck you just said, because you said drive-in beer gardens, and then just think beer gets you drunk, and drunk driving is bad.
No,
So,
no,
like,
but it's
what
hockey
the-
though. It's hockey. Remember?
I don't know, man.
Remember when Harper opened up the bars at 4 a.m?
That was great.
It was great, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's like.
that was for the Olympics.
That was for the
Yeah,
Olympics.
But I mean, is it really?
Yes, it's necessary.
I thought it was pretty rad. Actually.
Oh, okay.
I was at the whistle stop.
I'll secede this.
I
argument.
woke
Okay.
up at like 4 in the
You
morning.
did?
I was
like, fuck that. I'm watching the replay.
Dude, I was at the whistle stop at fucking like 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah, we were there. We
I
watched
set
it,
an alarm and I woke up and
I
I
bet
went
you
there.
did. Oh, I-
Actually, dude,
Yeah.
weren't we actually here? Like, weren't you actually here?
No, I wasn't at your
I
house.
was-
I was living with Sid at the Ramparts.
Okay, then maybe Jerome was here. I think I stayed up with Jerome and we went there.
Inga was asleep in my bed, and I was like, "Hey, wake up! It's time for hockey." And she was like, "It's 4:30. Fuck you!" And she rolled over and went back to sleep. And I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna go to the whistle stop and watch hockey." And she was like, "I don't give a fuck."
And she's from a hockey country. Like,
No,
they,
no,
they
she's-
like hockey.
no.
Hey, come
Yeah,
on.
they don't-
Germans.
No.
They don't like hockey more than they like
Who
soccer.
Uwe Krupp? No.
No.
Yeah, no,
Joseph
he's German.
Joseph
He's
Stumple? Am
No.
I getting that one?
Joseph, no, Uwe Krupp is German.
Yeah,
Is
you're
he German?
Yeah, he's German.
Now I know who you're thinking of though.
Joseph's-
Marco Sturm.
Marco
No, I'm
Sturm.
thinking of Joseph Stumple.
Marcel Gottsch.
You're thinking of Marco Sturm.
Joseph
Um,
Stumple's like Czech.
Yeah, so Inga stays in bed. I'm like, okay, you're out of your mind. Fuck. And then I went down to the whistle stop and I watched. And at like 5 a.m., the doors open. And
it was
they started serving beer. And I had
so
like a
bad.
breakfast wrap and like fucking 8 beers by 8 a.m. when the Canada won the gold. And I started like this fucking Oh Canada anthem in the bar. Everyone was singing along. And then we were all like, well, time to go back to bed. And it was fucking great. So I fully support opening the bars at 5 a.m. for Olympic hockey.
Yep.
I mean,
I
like, fuck,
support
that was
that.
amazing.
support
I've never in my life set an alarm to go drinking, except for then. And I mean, that
I
was
don't think
great.
I've ever set an alarm.
Like, I set an alarm and I was like, time to go drinking.
Time to drink.
Yep.
Well, hey, it's 11. Well, but the alarm went off, and the alarm clearly says beers.
yeah. Like, I
You're
was
either with us or you're against.
Yeah, I'm here to drink, and the best part was everybody was there to drink and eat breakfast wraps and watch hockey, and we're all on the same team.
Yeah.
It wasn't like the whole bar. It wasn't like you're there to watch a playoff game with like two factions, and they have like one half fans from one team. It was like everybody was on the same team.
Sure. I guess my point is that we put it, and I'm sure if I lived in the U.S., this would be about football, but like we put it on this pedestal.
Yeah.
Where we're like
Nothing is more important.
nothing exactly, and that and like I say, like I'm sure if I lived in the U.S., I'd probably love hockey and hate football, but that right there is one of the reasons why I just like I enjoy hockey, but it's just like fuck people.
That's one of the reasons
what?
I love it. That the whole country did that.
Yeah,
that the whole
yeah.
country at that point in time, the whole country was cranking fucking Labatt Blues or fucking some Canadian
So-
fucking beer
So when
and
the when the
eating
Blue
fucking
Jays,
poutine fucking breakfast wraps or some shit, like something, and then just singing "Oh Canada" at fucking
Yeah.
7:30 in the morning.
so if the Blue Jays or say they go to Japan for one of their like exhibition games, you wouldn't wake up at
Watching the
Well,
repeat.
no, like exhibition game is a fucking lot different than a
Watching
gold
the
medal game.
Even if it was
No,
the
absolutely,
fucking,
of course,
even
of
if they
course.
were playing the Tokyo Giants in the International World Series, I'll catch the fucking replay.
Is that because you have a kid now, or just because you?
it's because
Even
because I wouldn't want to wake up that early to have to go to a bar and then I'm gonna get drunk, and then I got the rest of the day is like
you don't have to
It's
get
a-
drunk when you go to a bar.
if you go to a bar
I'm
at
just saying,
4 in the
it's
morning,
yeah,
an
you're gonna
option.
drink beer.
you're gonna
option.
have a beer.
I understand.
an option.
Look, I have a kid and a family now, and if there was a gold medal fucking hockey game at fucking 6 in the
You
morning,
wouldn't be allowed to go now.
yes, I would.
You have a kid now.
Yes, I would.
Oh,
what the
you put
fuck?
the foot down.
Well, it's not even that. I would just be like,
Sports does take precedent because
No.
I remember being woken up when Toronto beat Detroit in '93
Yeah.
in whatever that was, like the semis or whatever the fuck it
Yeah,
was.
yeah.
Yeah, it would have been the semis because we haven't been to a fucking cup in forever. But yeah, no, my dad, you know, like you have to wake up for this, and that's like one thing, because then you just trottle off right back to bed. But the whole idea for me, and I'm
Going
just sounding
somewhere.
like old man Daniels right now, but the whole idea of like. Fucking! I gotta wake up now at 4.
See-
this is how.
Yeah. See, I say now. I'd be
This is how
cool
we
with it, but
critique
now.
my love for
Yeah.
my country.
At 38 years old now, I don't know.
It's
if
a
I
rough
don't know.
sell.
man,
Yeah.
I would
hard sell.
wake up. I would wake up for
I don't-
fucking
I don't
gold
know.
medal.
But you're
Absolutely.
a big, like, you know what I mean? Like you're obviously
Yeah.
a bigger hockey fan than I. And you know what? There's because fuck, but like last year I totally like slept and then woke up for Wrestle Kingdom, which is
Okay, yes.
New Japan's WrestleMania, and that
so
shit started.
Did you watch it live then?
Yeah, yes. So
See,
I
that's
did.
kind of the same thing.
Kind of the same. I was in the comfort of my own home.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
Did you
probably-
did you crack a beer?
I cracked a beer and I had a rolled legal
Doob? Doobage?
marijuana cigarette.
Marijuana.
Yeah, you know what? I it would be different, a little bit different now. I probably wouldn't go to the bar. I'd probably just wake up. I'd probably
something
wake
to
my-
see the whole country. You are right, and I remember when the Jays had their run in 2015, and I was at work, and when Batista hit that home run, I ran out into the alley and was like shaking a beer, and I could hear the brew pub, I could hear the fucking downstream.
Yeah, everybody's screaming.
Everyone was yelling.
I wasn't in Jasper when the Raptors won,
Oh, that
but
was
I was
super fun,
fucking
too, man.
like,
that was super fun too.
fuck yeah. And then like that was a Canadian championship.
Yeah.
Like that's a Canadian championship. There's only
Yeah,
one
yeah.
fucking team.
That was the last like sports
You know?
championship to be awarded.
Yeah, and like
Yeah,
and
you're
it's
right.
Yeah, there
yeah.
hasn't been. Yeah, there
And
hasn't been
you
a
know what?
sports
That's the
championship.
first Canadian sports championship since 1993. So there you go.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
If you're not counting like lacrosse and
or the
shit.
Yeah. Okay. So the major whatever
The
5
majors,
sports
yeah,
or whatever
yeah,
the fuck
yeah,
you're talking about. So like even though some people don't call NHL a major sport because
those people are idiots.
yeah, I know.
No, that's
But, like-
that's
It's a little bit fishy
obviously
because
a major sport.
it is. But like a lot of people just don't give a fuck, right? Like a lot of like so many American markets are like you got. Remember a couple of years ago, St. Louis. It might have been when they were going on their run to the Stanley Cup. There was some guy on Twitter who was in St. Louis, and he was like, "Fucking white people have been hiding hockey from us. Holy fuck, are you watching this shit?" and then his subsequent tweets after that were just like, "This is lit. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm watching and the guy became like St. Louis like invited him down for like fucking watch some playoff hockey, and the guy just became this massive St. Louis fan after that.
So he was like what, like a POC, I guess.
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
He was. But he was just like, white people have been hiding hockey from us. This shit is lit. What the fuck? It was like second overtime or something, and everything was going ape shit. And
It shocks me that more Americans aren't into hockey. Considering,
like it's like if you watch. I mean, I come to watch Super Bowl here every year. It's the only time I ever watch fucking football. Grey Cup and Super Bowl. I don't watch any other football. I watch the games that fucking matter, and that's it. Yeah. Like and then I just get here, and the tradition is Wheels tells me he's cheering for, and I cheer for the other team.
Wheels is cheering for the Patriots.
Wheels is cheering for the Patriots, and I'm cheering for
the opponent.
And I'm cheering for the Atlanta Falcons. And then. And actually, that one year when I was cheering for the Atlanta Falcons, and I was like, "Suck it, Wheels!" They were up like 25-3, and I was sitting on his couch. I'm like, "You're fucking. This is the year, Wheels."
Yeah, because I was sitting right beside him, and I'm like, I know how this story ends.
Do you remember? I was like, you know what's gonna happen.
We're just looking at each other like, I know. Spoiler alert, they're not gonna win, but
no, they're not. No.
Anyway, So that's the only time I watch football, and I just get
it's amazing.
I get all caught up in the fucking Super Bowl. I obviously do. I like the food and the commercials and the drinking and the football and the hype. But it's like 4 hours of hype,
Man,
like 20 minutes of game.
Do that fucking every weekend.
Yeah,
but like States, they do that they have like.
I know, but it's 4 hours of hype is like actually what did someone say? There's actually like 45 minutes of action in a fucking Super Bowl game, and the rest of it is just replay, fucking challenges,
Camera
bullshit.
shots of
Yeah,
the
like
owner,
just like just fucking. But you watch a hockey game, it's 60 minutes guaranteed.
But you are getting those obligatory shots of like after every big play, you have to show the fucking GM hanging over the thing with his little cup and.
Dude, don't you remember the last game we were watching? They kept fucking flashing back to the crowd of like the 5-6 people in the box, and they all had their shirts off.
What?
Yeah, we were watching the last hockey game we watched here. It was just like a random group of fucking frat boys at a box at a Calgary at a Calgary game.
Oh yeah, sounds about right. Yeah. Fucking Calgary.
Yeah, and we were just watching this game, and they just kept lifting their shirts up, and then the camera kept going back and forth to that.
That place stinks like Flames fans.
I'm sure it does.
Like why would you go there? As soon as you get close, you know what? I got close to that city, and I was like, "Fucking stinks like Flames fans here." And I was like, "I don't." Nope. Yeah, that's enough of this fucking place. Right. Yeah, I don't want to go here. It fucking stinks like Flames fans.
See, I wouldn't notice the smell because I'm from Toronto, but once I get into the
it's all around limits, you now.
I would be like, "There's too many fucking cowboy hats."
Yeah,
here.
it's enough.
Here. We're done.
Like there's like 7. There's like 1 million cowboy hats here, and not one of them's ever been on a ranch.
Yes,
not one of them's ever even fucking seen a cow.
That plaid shirt has creases in it.
Yeah, that fucker. You bought that at the fucking bootlegger before you got here, didn't you?
And it's funny because when the stampede goes down, they all pass through here.
Oh, they fucking. That's what I'm getting this from.
They all mosey on in.
Yeah, they got like fucking big belt buckles, like howdy, ma'am.
Huge big buckles.
Yeah, I got belt buckle. Yeah. And then you're like, have you? And then they're like, I'm here for the rodeo from Calgary. Yeah, have you ever fucking seen it? Seen a horse? Or anything like
I've seen a goddamn horse. It's got that little curly tail.
Yeah, fuck, man. Like
you make bacon out of it, man.
It's like me going downtown to buy a fucking cowboy hat during rodeo time. Like fucking, I got no business wearing that shit.
I'd be a poser.
Yeah,
I'd put that on and they'd be like, "You take that off."
Yeah, that's fucking every single guy that comes. Except for the guys actually in the fucking rodeo. The rest of them, just at the dance trying to pick up fucking cowgirls.
The Dallas Classens.
I mean, I
town. He's fucking cowboy. He sounds like Arthur from fucking.
He does sound like Arthur. Totally. Yeah, he's like sure. Yeah. Arthur, what are you doing? Hang on now. Hang on a minute. See, Arthur, come on.
Ciao. Ciao.
Arthur, can we get going? Hang on a second now. What do we got here? Pocket watch.
We are gonna die. I just re-uploaded Red Dead, and that's all I fucking see as I'm playing. Is that fucking idiot?
Fuck. That's great. All right, so fucking NHL qualifying rounds starting pretty soon. I want to tell you, Daniels, Toronto's first game is August 2nd at 6 p.m.
Against Columbus?
against Columbus. That's the first game in our wheels, because we're not a bunch of fucking heathens. Our game, Edmonton is playing August 1st, because we're more important, playing at 1 p.m. I'll be at your house. You want to come, Daniels?
I will come if you will come and watch the Leafs lose to Columbus.
At 6 p.m., I'll be there.
Okay.
Even if I have to just walk down the alley to your house.
Are you okay with that?
Okay, all right, I am. So that's the schedule. Obviously, I think Toronto will play. I don't know who they play. I know Edmonton plays Calgary on July 28th as an exhibition.
Oh,
Toronto will probably play.
They're doing the exhibition.
Yeah,
Okay,
hopefully it's a low key affair where no one gets Mark Giordano doesn't throw out a fucking cheat knee.
Why would you have an exhibition game with?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, man. Like it's a bad idea, but.
Because I can see
Sports
Toronto
in
having to
general
play
is
like
terrible.
Boston,
Yeah.
like an exhibition game.
Yeah,
and it's
but
like,
hopefully,
why?
my thought is that both teams are going to the playoffs or the qualifying round at least.
Yeah.
So
Take it
hopefully
easy.
they're
Take it
both
easy.
interested in just keeping each other healthy.
So are there
That's it.
playoff teams, and then there's teams that have to qualify?
Yeah.
Or does everybody have to
No,
qualify?
no.
Okay.
There's playoff teams, and then the teams that finish lower than the Oilers are already in, and the Oilers have to qualify because it's the
No,
NHL.
Chicago's not in. Chicago's got to qualify.
You get all the
So
picks.
did-
You get all the picks.
Well, the Oilers have to qualify too. That's if they lose.
I know it's only the top 4 teams.
No, if the Oilers lose, they don't make the playoffs.
I understand. I'm saying the only teams that are in the playoffs right now are the top 4 teams of every.
That's what I said. The teams that finish lower than the Oilers are in the playoffs.
Yeah, no, I know.
Like Dallas, who finished lower than the Oilers in the standings,
That
but are in the
happens
playoffs.
That happens sometimes.
In the NHL, it does.
It happens in every league. There's always teams that are lower than some teams. That's how it works.
Yeah,
That's
but
how
you're not
standings work.
listening to me though.
I know you're raging out because
No,
you're
you're not.
gonna play like a shitty.
No, you're not listening to me. Dallas finished lower
Yes.
in the Western Conference,
Than the Oilers.
well, in their division.
Yeah.
So than the Oilers did. So Dallas has already got a bye into the Stanley Cup
Are
playoffs.
they top 2 in their division?
No. The Oilers are top 2 in their division. The Dallas Stars are 3rd or 4th, something like that.
No, that doesn't make sense.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, then they fucked up because it
No,
should-
they didn't. No, well, that's what they're
It
doing.
should be based on points. Shouldn't it be based on the?
Well, it's
top four?
based on overall point percentage, and that's why Dallas is in. But in their division, the Oilers are second, behind only Vegas.
Yeah,
Dallas was like 3rd.
but yeah,
in the Central.
But their division, I guess, so that just means their
So,
division is good.
in the
But
old
that's how
days-
the playoffs work. Like, they
Yeah,
set
but
it
the
up
Oilers
so-
finished higher in the standings in their division than the Dallas Stars did.
Days are over. They don't have
Okay,
it anymore. We need
okay.
to let it go.
Okay. But all I'm saying is that if you finish lower in the standings than the Oilers, you get in the playoffs as long as it's the Oilers. And now they have to play Chicago, who was like 7 points fucking down the standings than the Oilers.
I know.
But the NHL will do anything to get Chicago in the playoffs. That's what I'm saying. Whatever they can do.
I
You
don't-
sound like
I
you
don't
sound
think-
like my brother last year during like the Raptors run, where he's like fucking, he's like, oh the fucking American stations, like, you know, they don't fucking give a shit about it. And it's like all I'm hearing.
They still don't give a shit about.
No,
the Raptors.
are you kidding? All they were talking about, all they've been talking about is international expansion, about how much and how important that is.
Yeah.
So then you get like my brother, and he's like, "Oh, the NBA doesn't give a shit about the Raptors." I'm like, "Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. It's right there. It's all over the TV. It's all over PTI. It's all over
I don't know.
that Yahoo Stephen A. Smith, who's fucking off his goddamn rocker." And
Yeah, he's a little weird.
All right. So NHL playoffs qualifying round begins August 1st. Pittsburgh versus Montreal. Who do you got, Daniels?
do we know if Weber
Can
will
I
be healthy?
also can I just clarify? This is a best of 5, not a best of 7.
I'm gonna pick Montreal because I think Crosby's injured.
Okay, well, okay, hold on. So it's the qualifying round.
Yep.
And then after that is a
Can I-
best of 5
No,
quarterfinal?
No. The qualifying round is a best of 5.
Are you fucking kidding me?
The qualifying round is a best of 5, and the
Why
rest.
so many games?
Okay, so and then the
Hockey's
rest.
going to be on to like October.
Yeah. So the rest of the teams that are already in the playoffs, they play like a 3 exhibition games.
Wow,
Like a
this
round
qualifying.
Well,
shit
they
is going
play
on.
like a round robin. I don't know if the round robin mean. Yeah, while the qualifying round is going on, you're going to be seeing games that don't mean shit. And then before the qualifying round, you're going to see games that don't mean shit. And then the qualifying round is going to happen. There's a best of 5. So between Saturday, August. Wait, is it? Yeah. So between Saturday, August 1st, and the subsequent Saturday, either Chicago or Edmonton will be out of it,
So hold on.
and either Toronto or Columbus will be out of it.
So are we looking at the 2021 season is probably going to start up around like what, May 2022?
No, like January. But so it's
way
the best
things
of
are going,
5.
yes.
It's a best of 5.
Okay.
So there's going to be there's however many. I think there's 8 teams that could possibly lose the qualifying round, and all 8 of those teams go in a lottery for the first overall draft pick.
Oh yeah, no, we hit on this.
We did.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
there's Pittsburgh versus Montreal.
So we're clearly talking to Oilers Blues right now.
Yeah, we are.
It's not
Yes.
Tin
We are.
Can is
Tin
dead.
Can.
Tin Can's taking a break.
Yeah.
Tin Can is Bray Wyatt and Oilers Blues is the Fiend.
Yeah, that's very apt. That's a very apt comparison.
I'm gonna pick Pittsburgh here.
And Tyson.
I think
Tyson's the
Pittsburgh,
funhouse
but
guy.
is Shea Weber, is he good to
As
go?
far as I know, everybody's healthy.
Yeah?
As far as I know, I could be wrong.
You know what? Fuck it. I'll give the edge to Montreal.
Fuck.
Yeah.
So that's 2 out of 3. Montreal comes out of that series, according to the Wheels of Foods podcast. Yeah. Okay, Carolina versus New York Rangers.
Oh, Carolina.
The
I
Rangers.
love
The Rangers.
they're just that spirit.
So you
know
pick
what I mean?
Carolina.
Oh yeah.
I'll give you a reason why I picked New York Rangers. Artemi Panarin.
Yeah.
He's so fucking good.
I
He's
just
so
feel like
fucking good.
Carolina is one of those teams where it's like they're not great, but that they have this fucking momentum that they ride, and if they get hot, watch out. I think they can make some noise.
They're a
if they get
total
hot.
bunch of jerks too.
They are a bunch of jerks.
Yeah.
And,
the stupid
also-
celebrations at
yeah.
the end, they're ridiculous.
No, I think that's funny.
No, I think it's awesome.
You're fucking old manning the fuck out of this, aren't you?
Ridiculous.
You're old manning the. You're like fucking respect
Do you
our
hate-
veterans.
do you
God
hate-
damn it!
No.
Do you hate the movie Tropic Thunder? Or no, not Tropic Thunder. What's that fucking Will Ferrell basketball movie?
Semi-pro.
Semi-Pro. Do you hate that
no,
movie?
I like semi-pro.
Because that's the fucking Carolina Hurricanes. The way they, like, oh yeah, let's have fucking Rod Brindamore fight a bear. Like, fucking. Is he still with the team? Is he still like he's a coach for them?
He's
isn't
like
he?
Brindamore?
Yeah, yeah,
He's
yeah.
like the general manager.
Yeah, he's a G.
He's a GM.
Yeah, there was a whole big thing about like because I think who was the coach? I think it was the same guy that was coaching in Calgary. Fuck, I can't believe I'm drawing a blank on his name. I can see his face.
It's like
Kenny-
Bill
Kenny?
Peters.
No, Bill Peters. That's it.
Peters.
I think he was coaching in Carolina, and he was fucking racisting the fuck out of some people in Carolina.
Oh, yeah,
and like
that's right.
Brindamore was like, "Yeah, the players came to me. We handled it."
Yeah, that was
You
like
know-
6 months ago, but it
Yeah.
feels like so long.
So anyway, yeah, Carolina, Brindamore is still there.
doesn't mean anything
Oh wait, no,
anymore.
Brindamore. No, he's fucking. Is that Brindamore?
Yeah, he's there. Yeah.
Who the fuck is the guy in Seattle then?
It's not Brindamore.
Who the fuck is it?
That's his name.
Ron Francis.
Ron Francis. Ron Francis used to be a part of Carolina. That was it. Okay, you're right. Thanks for clearing that up, Wheels. All right, New York Islanders versus Florida Panthers.
Oh, the Islanders.
Islanders.
Yeah.
I pick Islanders too. It's fucking unanimous. Barry Trotz has won a cup. I mean,
He's a smart guy.
and they got fucking Matt Barzal, Jordan Eberle. They got Andy Green.
They got a really.
They got fucking John Gabriel Pageau. They got a lot of good fucking.
They do.
They got Jordan fucking Eberle. Fuck.
former.
Fucking
number-
holy
former
shit,
number
Anthony
one-
Bovey. Yay, fuck. They got a lot of guys. They got a lot of good guys.
Eberle's career was over the second he was traded from Edmonton.
I know he had a good playoff since then, so I wouldn't say that. Toronto versus Columbus. Daniels.
I gotta go with the hometown. I gotta say Leafs all the way.
Okay,
Even
yeah.
though they're probably
Yep.
gonna blow it.
Okay. Fucking.
Yeah, I'll take Toronto.
I picked Columbus. They beat Tampa in fucking 4 straight last year. So, They know a thing.
Don't count them out.
Well, no.
You know they
No,
lost like half of their team the next season.
Yeah, but they were still sticking in. They were still sticking to it. Like
Plus, Tortorella is a fucking.
Tortorella's is fucking.
Tortorella's a good
One
You know
of my
what?
favorite coaches.
They if anything, if anybody's gonna beat if any team's gonna beat like a strong defensive team that is fucking pretty unstoppable like Toronto, it's gonna be Columbus.
Maybe.
Yeah, like there's not another team
And in
who's gonna have.
fantastic fashion.
Yeah, like maybe Boston, but there's not another team. Columbus or Boston are probably the only teams that could take the Toronto Maple Leafs pretty easily. Other teams are going to have a hard time just purely based on the skill on that team, and that hurts me to say because fuck, I hate the Leafs. But I mean, you got to admit there that they got some talent and they got some skill.
I
Fuck.
picked the Leafs. I think
Holy
the Leafs.
shit.
Team's lit, dude.
Fuck. You know what?
Yeah.
They're fucking skilled hockey. Like the only thing, and I follow like a really like if you guys follow this is a really good follow on Twitter, and the gender neutral person. Who I'm not sure what they don't really say. They kind of allude to the fact that they're this one or the other. They don't really.
I think you just call them they.
Well, I'm sorry, Toronto Baghead. At Toronto Baghead, if that's offensive to you, I don't mean to
Yeah,
offend
we
you.
certainly apologize.
Yeah, but they are really against like the social justice culture. They're really against like soft teams. Like they claim that the Leafs are like they claim that the Leafs are like the soft team, and then when everyone calls them out on being like this fucking conservative fuck, they're like, you're a conservative prick, you bastard. And they're like, first of all, don't call me a man, and second of all, I'm not. And then, but they hate this fucking, and they just go on and on about John Tortorella being amazing and how it's not even going to be a contest.
Awesome.
Anyway, it's a good follow. It's good. It's a good read.
Baghead.
Toronto Baghead. They are funny to read, and they have some strong opinions, and
Cool.
I follow them for sure. Anyway, so I'll pick Columbus because they beat Tampa, and I mean they beat the fucking like 125 point team in 4 straight without it was like not even a contest.
Beauty of sports
Fuck.
playoffs.
That's the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs. Okay, so that's the Eastern Conference. Let's move on to the Western Conference. Edmonton versus Chicago.
You know what? I'm gonna say Edmonton because I don't think Chicago is what it was, and I think Edmonton's super talented. I think you guys, the time is now to make some noise. And
You're right about that. That's now,
like what better way to do it? And if you guys trust your coaching staff.
I do actually, and that's fucking big deal for me.
I trust you. You trust your coaching staff, so I'm.
That's a big deal for me to say because I think it's been about fucking 10 years since I've trusted coaching staff there. So
I've always trusted the Leafs coaching staff because I grew up. It was like Pat Burns was like the coach, and then fucking the big Irishman
Pat Quinn.
Pat Quinn, thank you. I blanked on that. We've had like Hall of Fame coaches that just
fucking Randy Carlisle.
Randy Carlisle. Hey man, he's got a ring.
Yeah,
He's
he
got
does.
a ring.
Yeah, he does.
He's got a fucking ring. What's the asshole? The fucking Ron Wilson.
Wilson.
Oh yeah, Ron Wilson. Yeah,
How did we not win a cup under any of these fucking
That's
guys?
true, man.
especially under Babcock. Fuck, that
It's
guy
a
won
disgrace
gold
to
medals.
Pat Burns and
You know,
his legacy.
Yeah,
and he
it
never
It
touched
is.
that fucking.
Pat
hockey.
Burns was the best coach you've had in like 20 years.
So you're gonna pick Edmonton there. So
Yeah,
will
I'm
I.
going with Edmonton.
So will I, but with the caveat that Chicago, they might be past their prime, but they still got some good players, and they got a couple of really good youngins like Alex DeBrincat, who is Connor McDavid's line
A lot
mate.
of time off, man. A lot of time off.
So was
that's
everybody.
very true.
So was everybody.
Jonathan
Yeah, but
Taves,
I feel like that favors the young rather than.
Well, it might favor the Oilers, who Connor McDavid is their fucking leader.
I think it favors the older guys because they
You-
had more time to fucking heal up and repair.
Yeah.
If this was a full-on straight shot season, I would pick the Oilers absolutely. But fucking Chicago's had like 6
Well,
months.
the
So you're going Blackhawks. So you're going Blackhawks.
I'm picking the Oilers, but I would not be surprised.
Yeah,
if the
okay. So
Blackhawks-
you're like me.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
you're not counting your chickens before they hatch.
Yeah, it wouldn't
Essentially.
surprise me
Okay.
if the
I'm gonna pick the Oilers there too. I think they're a strong team. I think despite my insistence that Ken Holland needs to do some better things, I think that he did all right at the trade deadline. I wouldn't call it a fucking win. I'll call it an okay job. Yeah, I'm gonna pick the Oilers. Nashville versus Arizona.
That's what Oilers fans are headed toward.
Nice.
Nashville versus Arizona. Nashville.
Oh, yeah.
Nashville.
Nashville. 100%.
Okay. All right. Well, no contest. Vancouver versus Minnesota.
I'm going to go with Minnesota because
Minnesota.
I feel the same way about
Really?
the Canucks the way you feel about
Fuck
the Leafs.
Vancouver.
Yeah, fuck the Nucks.
Fuck the Nucks too.
Fuck the Nucks.
Vancouver will win that series.
Yeah, fuck you, Johnny Johnson, if you're
I'm
listening.
I'm picking Vancouver for sure over Minnesota. You bet.
Yeah, you think
You
so?
bet.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
bet.
My heart won't let me do it.
You
Brock
bet.
Boester's a bitch.
You bet I'm picking them. Did you hear like all the fucking his whole? There was a rumor that went that the fucking GM of the Canucks was trying to trade Brock Boeser,
Yeah, I heard
and then all his teammates were like on Instagram, like just getting an Instagram with Brock before he gets traded, and all this shit. And like it was just so funny. And they're all just giving him like even at like the skates and the practices, they were like fucking good to see you before you get traded, man. And then it was all just a bunch of they're all just giving him a hard time, and like he's just like fuck, I'm not gonna get traded, guys. Jesus. Last one in the Western Conference, Calgary versus Winnipeg. I have to pick Winnipeg because
Winnipeg's down.
I want to pick
Buffalo's
Calgary just because I
gone.
want to see the
Buffalo's gone.
Oilers kick this shit out of them.
I'm gonna pick Winnipeg wins that series.
I think I'm going to go
Winnipeg
Calgary.
wins. I think
Yeah?
Winnipeg wins.
Yeah, I'm going to
Yeah?
go Calgary.
Calgary could be strong, but you got to remember they have Milan Lucic.
I like Milan Lucic. I think
You like old lead boots?
he's a big guy that you can just fucking use for the pure.
It's great. You know he's good,
Let
but
him rough some people up. Put him on the fucking fourth line.
great.
And send him out there to do what Sid was saying.
it's great. But he gets there about fucking half a period too
Well,
late.
then, so you treat him like you treat my steak. You know, you send him up the ice 2 weeks in advance.
That's very true.
Good call. Good call.
You need
All
to
right.
start.
Well, I think that we should all get together and watch the Leafs. I think
Absolutely.
we should
I'm
all get
down for
together and
that.
watch the Oilers, and we can revel in each other's misery and joy, and we can just have a good time with it.
Exactly, yeah.
I know at Squee doesn't give two flying shits, so
We'll make him
Force him.
participate. We'll make him
we'll
participate.
kick him out of the pod if he
Yeah,
doesn't.
yeah. Yeah,
We'll leave a trail. We'll leave a trail of Japanese.
He's already
Porno
choosing.
or-
He's
Yeah, or
already-
something to the hockey game. Just be fucking people being raped in various ways.
Yeah,
And then
shit
he'll
that he
show up.
likes. Yeah,
Yeah, you know.
Seattle. We'll tell him that we got some Seattle Kraken. Fucking
Yeah,
memorabilia
here you
for
go.
him.
We got official fucking cephalopod shit going on.
So should we say like right off the bat, like who's winning the cup?
Fuck.
Who's got this year?
Washington.
Washington?
Yeah, you think Washington?
Oh, he's gonna do it again.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I don't know. I'm gonna pick Boston. They're too strong. They're too strong. And
I'm gonna say Toronto just to rock the boat,
Okay.
and because why wouldn't they win it in this type
Crazy
of scenario?
ass, yeah.
Because
That does
then
seem-
because Toronto gets the cup, and then all the haters will get their but it was a fucking this and that.
yeah, I'm gonna asterisk the fuck out of it if that happens.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
Oh yeah, you could come up to
Yeah.
me like,
Yeah.
my team won a cup this fucking
Yeah.
millennium, and I'd be like,
Not really.
yeah, not really. It was asterisks, not a full
plague.
season.
Took a play.
Yeah, it took a plague. And fucking, you had to lose to a Zamboni driver, and then the fucking world just about ended. And then your fucking team won a cup.
Dude, that was 10 fucking
Man.
years ago
Yeah.
in
Man,
COVID time.
man,
right?
if they win the cup, but Toronto's not allowed to party, that city's gonna get burned to the ground.
we'll
Everybody
find a
will
way.
party, man.
We'll find a way.
Fuck.
We'll
Fuck.
fucking party in the subway.
Of course, everyone's
man.
gonna party. Jesus
Dude,
Christ.
that's gonna spread it everywhere.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, man.
Toronto's gonna kill the world.
like,
But dude, the first Canadian team to win a cup again is going to have the distinction of being the first Canadian team to win the cup in this millennium. It's not like
That's true.
it's the first Canadian cup to win this decade. This fucking millennium.
yep.
This millennium. It's
2020. What was it? No, it's been
27 years.
27 years.
27
Since
years.
Montreal
1993.
That was the last one. Yep.
beat that piece of shit Wayne Gretzky and the
Man, I was
Kings.
cheering for Gretzky too. And then you know what the
I
best
bet
part?
you fucking-
I was, because you know what the best part would have been? If Gretzky would have won with the Kings, is the last team to win the cup would have been Mark Messier and the 1990 Oilers. And I would have been like, well, at least the Oilers were the last ones to win a cup in Canada, you fucking plebs. And then that would have been the end.
Labs. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, that's right. But instead, Montreal. I was cheering Marty McSorley and that illegal curve fucking penalty.
Martin McSorley,
Fuck.
the illegal curve, fucking Montreal going to overtime. I think 14 times. That fucking
Yeah, that was the year they went to.
Yeah.
That's like the record overtime.
yeah, they went to overtime like fucking every fucking game, and that was a big team. I mean, you had like
They were
Jacques
massive.
Demers was the coach. Fucking Patrick Waugh.
That was Patrick Waugh's like last.
Who else is on that team? Desjardins, I guess, would have been on that fucking team.
Vincent Damphousse.
Vincent Damphousse. Yeah, absolutely.
I think John Leclerc was on that team. He was like a rookie, but he was on
Probably
that team.
was. Yeah.
Yeah, John
Yeah, at that
Leclerc.
point. Yeah, that would have been before he got shipped to.
Stephane Richer.
Didn't he play for Quebec too?
Yeah, possibly.
I'm
Yeah,
thinking of somebody else. But
No,
yeah,
yeah.
Stephane Richer.
Stephane Richer.
I just, my brother and I always laugh. My dad used to get the Sports Illustrated Year in Sports every year for Christmas, and the hockey. They had a big spotlight on Montreal, and it was like Jacques Demers, Patrick Waugh, and all these guys. Like they were all saying overtime was the soundbite, but because they're all French Canadian. It just all came out all fucking weird.
Overtime.
Oh, overtime. And then Patrick, I think it was Patrick Waugh, was like, overtime?
Overtime.
Greg, we're gonna laugh out of that.
Awesome.
Overtime. Yeah, fuck yeah, no. Should be excited. I mean, you know what? I'm glad to see it back. I hope they take the precautions.
Did you watch the Yankees yesterday? In the opening game?
I
Did you?
sure as hell did, buddy. I sure as hell did.
What do you think of your first like non-fan baseball?
I mean, it was weird, but I think wrestling has kind of like softened that blow of like.
I've watched the Jays today. I kind of think I enjoy that version of like sports more than wrestling. It's I think the crowd interaction of wrestling is way more integral and important
Very true.
than it is to like live sports.
Because the piping in the
Yeah,
music, like from what I heard, that sounded legit.
Yeah,
That sounded
and
absolutely
if you
legit.
didn't even see the camera shots of like the empty seats, you probably wouldn't even know.
And I was actually telling, like I was talking to my mom, and I was saying like it's cool to hear those like the actual sounds of the game,
Yeah,
like the
absolutely.
fucking ball hitting the bat in an empty stadium. That's a sexy sound.
I didn't catch any of the dingers today when the Yankees were playing yesterday. Did they pipe in sound from when?
Honestly, I can't remember because there was some.
I thought maybe they'd pipe in like cheering for like dingers and strikeouts.
I'm pretty sure they did, and I mean, like they had they have the music and they had the announcer and the organ.
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
totally. It's like any other fucking baseball
yeah,
game. There's nobody there anyway
Yeah,
until
no,
the playoffs. start.
Yeah.
Can I say another thing about hockey?
Well,
No.
Okay. EA Sports is going to provide the crowd noise for the playoffs.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Is that like real? That's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
wow.
that's real.
yeah, it was.
Yeah.
The like
EA
the MLB
Sports.
sent out like every team got an iPod with like 70 sounds of I mean it is what it is. This is what we're living in, right? Like
And also the NHL is going to run the games on a 5-second delay to deal with those
in case
fucking.
someone gets COVID.
Oh, it's
live.
gonna be like fucking to stop those racial slurs that they get thrown out. You know, like I fucking guarantee it, man. Like, or those fucking.
yeah.
You know, I guarantee you, there's gonna be a hockey player that says "you fucking faggot."
Of course,
guarantee
or
it.
just any kind of derogatory.
Yeah, or anything. Like, it's
statement.
gonna happen.
Yeah, fuck you,
so it's on.
cocksucker.
Fuck you, you cocksucker. Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's
Or
gonna be
even,
on-
or even like like open your fucking eyes, like ref.
yeah, even like open your fucking eyes. Who cares? But like they're concerned about the.
you can't have that kind of seedy language on an upstanding network like the CBC. They won't allow
Fuck.
that.
They
Yeah.
let kids watch
We
that.
don't allow that kind of fucking shit on the Wheels of this podcast either.
Yeah,
so.
fuck that.
Yeah. 5-second delay. But I just really hope it doesn't affect I follow it on Twitter, so I hope it's not like, fuck, they scored, and then I see it fucking 10 seconds later. You know.
You don't watch hockey at your house, do you?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna watch it at your house.
So you got to put
very
the
true.
phone down.
That's very true.
You have to put the phone down.
I've already been kicked out for hockey. It's fucking. I'm coming to your house. I didn't tell you that yet, but it's happening.
No, I already talked
just
to you.
gonna
I already
camp
talked to your
out.
wife. I
Yeah,
know
we're
what's
all coming over.
happening. I know what's happening.
We're all coming over. She was like, I don't care where you watch it, but it can't be here.
You're a hub city.
I am. This is now where this happens.
Oh,
again.
You're a hub city.
You're a Wheels Blues podcast hub city.
This is where this happens again. Yeah.
Well,
Well, what are we thinking? What are we saying?
You want to call this bitch?
Yeah, we could probably do that.
I feel good.
Yeah.
Feel good about it. I miss Sid. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we lost the guy halfway through the fucking show.
Sid died. Sid's dead.
Yeah.
When he said people were here, they were here to get him apparently.
Yeah.
And we did nothing.
We did nothing at
didn't
all.
do anything.
Because there's always two sides to every story.
We were just like, you could fucking, there you go. There he is.
Yeah, he's right here.
Yep. they took him out onto the balcony there and they beat him up really, really bad.
Yeah, it was bad.
Well, actually, what happened was they took him into the other room of the studio and then proceeded to, we may or may not have drank a bunch of beers for like an hour and a half with them. And then we continued the show.
We'll just say he got Rey Mysterio,
That's
so I'm
it,
sure he'll
that's
be
it.
back alive and well next. Oh no, he's actually not going to be back next.
Is that why he brought the ping pong balls here?
That's exactly why that. We're losing eyes.
Fuck. Okay. All right. I am at Tin Can Blues. This has been episode 23 of the Wheels Blues podcast. If you want to find me, you can find me at Tin Can Blues on Twitter. And our website is wheelsbluespodcast.wixsite.com/my site.
Well done.
Just follow it from the Twitter link. It's way easier than trying to type it in yourself.
Yeah,
Thanks.
Copy and paste, man. It's not that hard.
It's not hard at all.
And that's me.
And I'm at Eric_83, and I look forward to watching the Leafs blow it in spectacular fashion. Go Yankees. Fuck.
I don't know how to follow that. I'm at Mighty Wheels, and you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And please follow our Facebook page, Wheels Blues Podcast, as well as our YouTube channel, Wheels Blues Podcast, as well.
You can follow our YouTube. Please get on there, subscribe.
Yes.
Yeah,
please.
you never know when we're gonna throw a contest up or
Throw a
some kind
video
of-
up of something
Yeah.
out of the ordinary or anything like that.
Random stuff's gonna be
Take
happening all the time.
the 2 seconds out of your goddamn day and give us a goddamn follow.
Yeah,
We love you.
Yeah.
And I'll take the liberty here. Well, I'm at Squid SQWEED. I fucking you can find our Instagram at Wheels Blue Pod. And I fucking hate being here. Fuck this shit. I'm out.
It's a sensual podcast.
Yeah, he would say that.
Yep.
Thanks for listening to episode 23, guys.
Thanks. Thank
We'll
you.
see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, I'd string them up and gut them. I don't even care. I'm going to feed my daughters.
My dog.
I'm going to feed my fucking daughters. It comes down to it. I'm going to size up my neighbor. I'm going to look at him and go, we could eat for a few days off that.
Yes. Alex Joe.
My spirit animal.
He's something else. I recently just rewatched him and Eddie Bravo on JRE.
Oh, my God.
That fucking
I got to pee. Well, go pee. I don't have to pee anymore.
Okay, look. I'm kind of retarded. So he says that.
They are bathing in shit. They are down there having orgies in pits of human feces and blood. And that is what they're doing. These are your voted representatives. They are down there worshiping Satan and having orgies in pits of human feces.
You're almost doing Alex Jones better than Alex Jones because it's hard for him to stay on topic that long.
The other day, man, before we start recording, I fucking was on eBay and I just blew $400. So I can't fucking...
What the fuck did you buy?
What? $400.
What the fuck is $400 on
How have
eBay?
you not bought every Resident Evil piece of merchandise
was
already?
it Resident Evil that you bought?
Of course it was.
Fuck me.
Okay, so like I got a collector's edition of the Resident Evil 3 fucking remake, and it was all fine and good. And it was
I thought
sweet
you
and
got
sexy.
that already.
Yeah, I got that already. But the Resident Evil 2 one, I've been kind of hunting for deals on eBay, and everyone's selling the PS4 version for like $700, and I'm like, I'm not doing that. 400's the limit. And then the other day, because I get updates on Resident Evil stuff that goes on eBay, because I should have bought the Sega Saturn one the other day when I got it for $150. It's like $300 usually, but I was like, nah, I shouldn't. But there was an Xbox One collector's edition of Resident Evil 2 that was $380 with $40 shipping. So I was just like, yeah.
Yeah, but you don't have an Xbox One.
I'm not buying it for the fucking game. I own the game.
I know.
I'm buying it for the statue and the art book and
okay.
all the collector's edition shit.
Okay.
The Resident Evil 7 one is still about $1,000 on eBay, so I'll never have that. But like next year, okay, this part I can save.
Okay.
Because like
Okay.
next year's the 25th anniversary and Resident Evil 8 comes out, and it's
Dude.
the 25th anniversary of Resident Evil. I got to be on it.
That makes sense.
Like 10 minutes before that shit goes on sale, I need to be ready and willing to spend like $1,000 on 2 pieces.
You know what I'm gonna spend? I was kind of tempted.
Don't even.
The Nintendo Switch has a collector's edition of Hotline Miami 1 and 2.
Ooh, yeah.
But it's like a physical copy, and they really don't exist for PC.
Yeah, it's on that rare release game.
And that pisses me off that it doesn't exist for PC because I would already have bought it
Yeah,
with
dude.
like a book and all this shit.
Dude,
You know,
in Japan, you can buy that fucking shit for the Vita. I can't.
Yeah.
I go to Japan, I'm dropping out like $2,000 on video games.
yeah.
You know, in Mexico, it
Dude.
hop on.
Dude, Sid, you would love that Metal Jesus guy. He takes a fucking trip to Japan.
I know, I just watched it.
You did, and he buys a fuck ton of that shit. Eh?
The Vita he gets, oh my god.
What the fuck